Hey everybody. There we go. Weezy's making fun of me. Guys, don't let Weezy make fun of me. Hey, my face is very pink because of my background, I guess, right? How are you guys doing? Everything's good? The sound seems good. Let me know if the music is loud enough or it needs to be louder. Hi, Dad. Hey, Colin. Hey, Trujert. How do I say your name without butchering it? Nice to see you. How are you doing? Arson, hi. Nice to see you guys. Miss you. What? Lazy Panda? Hi, Lazy Panda. Rising, hey, Super Saiyan. Nice to see you guys. Sorry that I wasn't there yesterday. I worked on the Diana guide and a few more. Oh, hey, I drowned. First round of the week. Yeah, a lot of things. My Diana guide is pretty much ready now at this point. I need a few more details to be edited, and then it'll be released right after this this stream. Hi guys on YouTube, nice to see you. Hi Chris, thank you. Yeah, the wallpaper is for Cyberpunk because it's releasing tomorrow finally. So very excited for that. All good on my end. Hey John, how you doing? I mean, obviously you're doing good because you just said that, but I don't know. I just say how are you doing as an automatic now. Where am I going? The wrong way. That's where I'm going. The usual. I said Xinian's final talent and makes more sense to support Zhangli over Diluc. That's possible. That's possible. I mean, it depends on the constellation, right? So if you have Xiangling's 6 constellation, 15% damage is really good for Diluc, as well as reducing power resistance, right? So like Xiangling has really good stuff there. But if you have similar Xinyan, which I don't, but like, you know, this kind of stuff, then let's see. I guess the problem is our constellation actually don't buff anyone. It doesn't buff Diluc. So, you know, I do, like you said, a viral talent, though. This doesn't really work for Diluc. I don't know. Which one are you talking about, Rising Girl? I mean, I'm sure she's fine to support Diluc, but if you have a constellation on Xiangling, she's probably better. You know what I mean? Hey, everyone. Nice to see you guys. Rip. Yeah, pretty much. You know, I wanted to start the stream with a first drown, just to, you know, get you guys in the spirit of drowning, because that's what I do, as everybody knows. Do you recommend the BP Spear for the upcoming Xiao? So for Xiao, it's actually a bit hard to really say right now. It is a little bit early to say because I don't know if they're gonna butcher his skills and change them. The BP Spear, I'm not a big fan of the BP Spear myself. It's not bad. It's not bad. Obviously, it has crit rate. It's not a bad spear at all. This is kind of like hit and miss because there are levels of the Abyss where this won't apply at all. But it is definitely not bad for physical damage dealers. Now, because it reduces the defense. No, it actually increases your defense, which is actually, never mind. That's useless, but that doesn't matter. Anyways, attack is great. Now, I don't think it's a bad weapon at all. I just think that the ones that are going to be available from here, like not this one, not Royal Spear, but the Black Cliff, which is not there anymore, but will be there before Xiao comes out. I think the Black Cliff is better. And it's more easily available than the BP weapon. Now, the BP weapon, again, it's not bad at all. It's just, I just think the Black Cliff is better. But the problem with Xiao is that he's kind of like plunge attack damage thing, and he's an emo. Now, Swirls can't crit. So getting crit, either BP or Black Cliff might be bad because if you do a lot of swirl effects, it doesn't crit. So, I mean, it's too early to say because we don't know what they're going to change on the character. Are you going to stream Cyberpunk? Yes, we will be streaming Cyberpunk as soon as it releases tomorrow. And we will be having a lot of streams. Like, we'll still be having Genshin content, of course, but depending on when stuff releases and all that. But we will be streaming a lot of Cyberpunk this week. So starting tomorrow, Alex will be streaming Cyberpunk as soon as it releases, and then we'll have a lot more stream coming in the future for Cyberpunk. Yeah, I'm bored of this. Here. Let's see. Hey, Xoraz, I'm doing good. Hi, thank you. Hi, everybody. Sorry, I'm just catching up on the questions. Primordial Jade is the best. Yeah, well, Primordial Jade, the one, the 5-star one that you get from the... Well, it's not available right now easily, but it's in the gacha. Primordial Jade is the best weapon for him. Yeah. Hey, Robert, nice to see you. How are you doing? Zhongli made it for him. That's true, huh? I'm wondering how many crashes will be experienced on stream. I'm betting... Oh, you mean for Cyberpunk? Yeah, most likely. I mean, Alex's computer is a lot better than mine, but I'm getting a new computer this week, so hopefully none. Let's see. Most Diluc builds are focused on pyro so that 50%. Yeah, well, that Diluc is focused on pyro because his ult turns his attack pyros, and most of his damage comes from pyros. So I am not a big fan of Xinyan for Diluc either, to be honest. If that's what you want to try to say earlier, then I agree with you. Yeah, I don't think Xinyan is the best support for Diluc. The fire shield is okay, but it doesn't really help him. Actually, Dione is a much better support for Diluc. But Xinyan's a good support for Razor, specifically Razor, and catching physical DPS catching as well. I guess I have Jean as my healer. Would assist Jean as DPS healer. I mean, actually, if you have Jean, I mean, the thing is, Jean heals based off her attack, so it doesn't matter if she does more physical damage. But if you did have Jean as a physical damage dealer, Xinyan would be a great support as well. Let's see. $500 giveaway. Yeah, there is a giveaway for $500 total on our Discord for Trovo and stuff. So it's all the information is all in the description right now, and there's going to be like 20-something winners total. So it's not 500 person, like 500 per person. It's like $500 total of prizes. There we go. I'll be here for that. Nice. Yeah, we'll definitely. You know, tomorrow. I mean, in like 21 hours, I guess. Be good to support guard Jean while she heals Diluc. Yeah, that's true. Good night, Roberts. Wait, are you saying good night? Oh, you're not saying good night. Someone's saying good night to you. I really believe that that's you on Teyvat time, the traveler that has drowned the most. Yeah, that's probably me. Wait, where is it? On the screenshots? Yeah, that's definitely me. Wait, where? There's so many screenshots in here. The Teyvat time. Oh yeah, I see this. There it goes. Let's look at it. Ooh, that's a big white screen. Nope. Oh, it doesn't. I guess I needed to open the original one. There we go. I copy and that works. Is that working? There you go. So, yeah, this one, right? That's me, guys. That's me. That is me, right? Okay. I got to go. Wait, I got one more drink. Oh, I see. Where am I going? My last thing, my last commission down there. Oh, I've almost capped on resin. I have to spend that resin. Is Not Casuals a group? Yes, there is 2 of us who make videos and stream. Swirl as in Venti Sucrose Gene doesn't crit. I got 50% crit on my Gene. So, like, the abilities that they do, like, you know, when you hit with Gene with her E is not Swirl. Her E is Anemo damage. That can crit. Now, the effect Swirl doesn't crit. I think, you know, I know, like, Melt, Vaporize, those can crit. I'm not sure if Overload can crit. I just know that Swirl cannot. But so, you know, on Gene, it doesn't really matter because you don't really build Gene for swirling. But like on Venti, when you ult and you mix an element or Sucrose, you know, most of the damage that they do is going to be from the element swirling over and over and over. Well, that doesn't crit. So that's where, like, it's basically for Swirl on Venti and Sucrose. That it's kind of like not good to build crit. On Gene, her ult and her E both crit. Because those are not swirl, those are Anemo damage, right? So there's a difference there. But, you know, it is true that it is not optimal to build a lot of crit on swirlers, basically. Okay. I like how this playlist has this popular song, but in Spanish. It's for all of you guys, the Spanish speakers. Yeah, the provoking the swirl might crit, but then the swirl doesn't crit. That's kind of what it is, yeah. Yeah, Overload is a pain for melee users. Diluc doesn't love Overload because it just chases mobs for an hour afterwards. Let me just heal up my characters. Heal Diona. There we go. Look at that healing. Look at that healing. So I've been playing Diana all day. Well, not playing, but like building her and making videos of her for my guide, and I'm really enjoying that character. She is absolutely busted in level 12 of the Abyss, and with Diluc, she is actually like she creates a lot of melt effects. I was very impressed by how powerful Diana is. I mean, I knew she was good, but like she's like really good now. The game is like the cryo is like the only. I mean, floor 12 of the Abyss is cryo, right? So Diana just works. Anemo of attack up on Jean. Yeah, on Jing, if you're a DPS, you're gonna have either physical damage or you're gonna have anemo damage, depending on which one you're doing. But physical is the way you're gonna build her as a DPS, right? But you could do anemo damage if you're like doing like a support build where she's not healing, but she's like doing swirl with Veridus Veneer. Okay, I guess I need to go do my wolf boss. How do I build the Luke? Let me show you. Louis, hi, nice to see you, Louis. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Overload can crit? I think so. Yeah, I mean, it definitely. I think Swirl is the only one that cannot crit, right? So if you look here, so Vaporize and Melt can crit. I think Overload, Superconduct, and Electro Charge and Shattered, I guess. I think they can all crit. I think Swirl is the only one that cannot crit. Now, it doesn't mean that, you know, you don't build any, like, you know, you can still do, like, if you look at Venti, for example, the ult. The ult does, like, a dot and additional elemental damage. Like, I mean, this damage can still crit, right? This press damage and press whatever hold, this can still crit. It's just the swirl effects that are generated that don't crit. So, usually on anemo characters, you don't really go super hard on crit for that reason. Now, I am speaking from my own knowledge and opinion that I've been told in research, but I don't play a lot of anemo characters, and my Venti is like is not my biggest focus, so I could have some details wrong. I'm just like kind of sharing what I know, but I don't know what's the best or whatever. Is it time to spend mana? If you'd like. I pulled Stringless and Gene on my free-to-play account. Well, that's a big rip. Sorry to hear that. With practice, Razor can make use of Overload due to the fact his wolf has longer reach. Yeah, I mean, if you overload, it depends on how much you overload, I guess. Like, sometimes it's like you're going to overload and the mobs are going to get, like, thrown around so far. But with some characters, the overload is not that bad, and then you can still make use. The only problem is that you're going to use a lot of stamina sometimes and kind of waste it. It depends, but yeah, I know it's fine. Now, I need to put back my items on my Bennett, and then I need to equip this Diana differently. Because she was using my Bennett's gear. Oh wait, that's not the right one. I can keep this one. Diana, where are you? Okay, so does my guy... No, he's missing something. What is he missing? No, he's not missing anything. He has his gear, right? That's all his gear. Energy recharge, HP healing. Oh yeah, someone asked me how to build the Luke. This is how I build the Luke. You go like attack here, power damage here, and crit damage here. And you have Crimson Witch of Flames. If you need more crit rate, you can go crit rate here too. Now I need to build my Diana better than what she is right now. I'm gonna switch with Chi-Chi here. Let's see. What's Chi-Chi use? Where's my Chi-Chi? This is level 0. That's a sadness. I need to build these artifacts up. Let's see. Hey everyone, hi. How you doing, Cheek? Hey Xoraz, if the Hydro set comes out, are you going to replace your current artifacts on Child? Yes, 100%. Hi Chris, nice to see you. Zony drama on Reddit is the best. I know, right? It is interesting. It is interesting. Yeah, I guess you guys have explained already, but yeah, you get 20 20 mana every 5 minutes on Trovo, basically. And then you spend the mana, and we have a ways of tracking it in after our streams analytics, and then, you know, that's how we put the names when someone reaches it. We put the name in the draw, and then we draw people at the end of the week or the end of the giveaway. I have Black Sword and I drop Aquila. This game made me spend a whole weekend on Aquila after just getting my Black Sword. Yeah, that's a big rip. At least, I mean, if you ever unlock a second sword user, Black Sword is not going to be wasted. It's still going to be an amazing character. Seeing the newest leaks about Rosaria. I haven't seen them, but I did upload a video not long ago that talked about Rosaria coming up in 1.2 as a 4-star, but that one might have been like not true. I did know she was coming out, and I do have her character model, but I don't know more information. Which days and hours? I stream at this time about 5 days a week, and Xeno streams like every single day from like 8 to 5 Eastern Standard Time. Is there any way Mona can do more than just hydro damage? I don't know. I don't have Mona. I'm not sure. I don't like. I know the general basic of how Mona works, but I haven't played with her enough to know anything about it. To be honest, Super Saiyan. I think she could probably do more. I think she can be used even as a main DPS in certain comps, but. Can I see your Child Cup? My Child Cup is a hydro damage bonus that has terrible substats. I think any more damage of the sword can crit, but the additional damage can't crit. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Can you talk about the account hacking? How they are... Yeah, I mean, it is actually something that I was thinking about making a video about, but it's basically... pretty terrible. The way it is right now is like with the UID or the in-game name of your account, they can look up your email and your phone number. Now that might have been patched now, but they did look up a lot of people's phone numbers and emails and have like a database of them, and then they just go on them and like hack them by linking. But I mean, I think they're guessing the passwords. I don't know how they're getting the passwords. I think they're guessing or phishing for them, and then when they get them, they link your account to their phone number and then change the passwords and stuff like that. It's a lot of stuff happening. I don't know exactly. I just know it's very bad. Do I have anything better here? I don't. Let's see. I need something with HP here. I guess I don't have a choice but to use this right now. What is this? Why are you using this, bro? Let me see. And I have this one at level 6. My god, I need like to upgrade her artifacts so badly. Now that I realize how OP she is. Attack here is fine. Then I need a better... So I need something here with like double HP, I guess. And let's see. Attack defense. I need one that has HP like this. Guess I'll use this one. Okay, well I need to leave all these artifacts, but I won't do it right now. So I'm gonna put back my Bennett in this team. Already set up. My Dinah is a little bit weak right now because her artifacts are not great, but she's so powerful with her shield that it's still fine. There we go. How much HP does she have now? She has 13,000. That's okay. It's not the greatest, but I'm thinking of ruining Exile with Noblesse on my Chinkyu just because he's per support. I mean, the problem with Exile is that there's no 5-star, right? So if you don't have a 5-star, you're losing out on a lot of stats. But it's fine. I do 2-piece Noblesse, 2-piece Gladiator because I have too many characters with full Noblesse. But it's fine if you want to do that too. Apparently, a PR person from MiHoYo posted on Reddit regarding the uproar. There was conflict internally is being targeted. Yeah, I read about that too, but a lot of people have been saying that's like fake. I don't know. There's so many different opinions now at this point. I don't know what's true. Imagine when I drop Ayaka someday. Yeah, I mean, Ayaka will do well with Black Sword and with Aquila. Is 120 crit damage, they look good for Abyss 12? I mean, if you have 60 plus crit rate, yes. You need like 2-to-1 ratio for crit damage. Which talent do I max for Diona? The shield is the most important one. And then the ult is the second best. But the shield is the best one. The shield, you go like... So there's two ways of playing Diona. If you have good gear, including a sacrificial bow and the first constellation, you don't need a lot of energy recharge. You need a little bit, but not a lot. So then you build full HP. So you'd go like HP here, HP here, HP here. You can go energy recharge here too, but it becomes overkill at some point because you don't really need that much. So yeah, I mean, actually, I am even thinking of myself going for one of these HP items instead of the energy recharge, because with Sacrificial Bow, you do get a lot of energy recharge from just double tapping your E. And I do have one constellation, so I mean, I have more than one, so yeah. And this one has HP there and HP there, so that would be almost better than this one. Not that this one's bad, energy recharge is great, it's not a bad thing. So yeah, you can go full HP, and then your shields are going to be like insane. Otherwise, you can just go energy recharge and healing and just make her more of a healer kind of thing. Team for floor 12 with Child. I do Bennett, Fischl, and Child together. And then the last one is, it depends. Last time, actually this team is one of the teams I use in the Abyss 12. So I have a team with Diluc and Xiangling and Chi-Chi. And then my second team is this. So Fischl, Child, Bennett, and Diona. So Diona is because of the shielding, the cryo shielding is just too useful in that floor. And she breaks the electrofatuary shields. And then Bennett breaks all the fire shields as well. He breaks the shields with his fire. And then Fischl also breaks the ice shield. And then Child just destroys everything because they're weak after the shield's broken. Is it good to ruin healing bonus on Diona and cryo damage with HP? Cryo damage, no. Diona doesn't do any damage. Her scaling on this, the damage is very, very bad. It doesn't do a lot of damage. Unless you build her as a full DPS with like a 5-star weapon and stuff, but her stats are not good for damage. Doesn't do damage. Like, I know she levels up and gains cryo damage when she ascends, which is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life, because she doesn't do a lot of damage. Like, her numbers are low even with the best gear that you can give her. Like, it's wasteful to do damage on her. You really will go for energy recharge or HP. HP without question. There's nothing else than HP that goes here. Cryo damage doesn't do anything for her. It doesn't help her in any way. And then here you can do HP or healing bonus. If you do energy recharge, HP, healing bonus, it's perfectly fine. You're just going to shield for less but heal for more. If you go HP everywhere, your shields are going to be so strong that you're not going to need as much healing, but you know, you need to have the gear for that. You need to have enough energy recharge so that you can still have your ult on cooldown, because you need your ult for the damage and bonus capabilities of it, right? For melts and stuff like that. Okay, let me do this boss, because yes. Do you think about artifact Coco Boat? I think Coco Goat is gonna use, well, Guan Yu or Guan Yu. She's gonna use the new sets, the new cryo sets. One of the new cryo sets. There's 2 of them. She's gonna use one of them for sure. I don't know which one yet, because we don't, like, it's been leaked, but we don't actually know what they're gonna be like. But I do know for sure she's gonna use one of those sets. Look at this shield. It's not even breaking yet. Look at that. The shield's still on me. Like, it just expired now. There we go. Oh, the shield happened late, but now I'm fine. Man, like, this shit is so broken. Like, I just don't die. And I can just heal myself here. Rip. I wanna like just shield myself when he attacks me. And she has really bad gear right now. Look at that. Still full HP. She has really bad gear, and obviously he does cryo damage, right? So it's like, it's one of the reasons it's so good. Is it better to max 1 talent per character? Usually you can bring all talents to level 6 without like too high of a cost. So you don't like, you usually max 1 or 2, I would say. Because depending on the character. But like on Child, you need to max them all. Otherwise, you're weaker than you should be. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, what did we get? A ring and a tail and a gladiator. I'll take it. Official artifact support with that build. My official is built with electro damage and attack, like 2-piece gladiator, 2-piece electro set, and that's how she supports, by doing damage. I'm not hyped at all for Albedo, but I am hyped for Guan Yu only if she performs well. Hey man, I'm back. How's the stream going? Hey, how are you doing? I'm doing good. Welcome back. What are you guys saying there? I can't see them not nerfing him like Zhongli. Yeah, it would be sad if they nerf Xiao the way they nerfed Zhongli from the beta. But I don't know why they nerfed Zhongli, to be honest, that bad. Like, he was way stronger in the beta. But yeah. He is definitely... Like, Zhongli is not a bad character. He just has very similar values to most 4-star characters. So people are not saying, oh, he's a terrible character. It's just that he scales the same way as 4 stars. Like, Diona's shield is stronger than Zhongli's shield when she has 2 constellation, right? So it's like, the shielding aspect is like Diona's better at shielding than Zhongli because her shield is better against cryo, and it's just like higher value of damage against everything else. So it's like, if you need a shielder, we'll use Diona. Then if you want to do damage, well, Ningguang does more with her burst than Zhongli does. Like, and then physical damage, he does barely more than Xiangling. So people are like, he does everything okay. Like, he's like a really good 4-star. Like, he's a 4.5 star. And that's what people are upset about. It's not that he sucks. It's that he's not as strong as a 5-star should be. Especially if in the lore, he's literally the strongest god in the entire game. He's the Archon of, like, Geo. And he's the strongest of all Archons. Like, he's better than all the other Archons. Yet, he's the weakest character in terms of Archons right now. Which, I mean, it's only 2 of them so far. But... Okay. You have a C5 Ningguang? I mean, C5 Ningguang is very strong. Hey, Xoraz, how should I build Diana for max shield? HP everywhere. But if you're at C0, if you have Sacrificial Sword, Sacrificial Bow, it's fine to do HP everywhere. But if you really want to do just max shield, you just go... You can just do Maiden Beloved or Noblesse Oblige. Doesn't matter. They both don't change anything. And then you just go full on HP. You just want HP. Did you see the leaked video of him of his E skill? I did see the leaked video of Albedo. It looks boring as hell. I think Save by Pyre for the Rose. Yeah, I mean, like I said, like, Johnny is not bad. He's just underwhelming for those who have been saving. Like, you know, at the beginning I was like, oh yeah, but he's like, he's a perfect character because like Alex was playing it, and he's definitely perfectly fine. Like, he plays very well. But Alex is a strong account that has strong carries already. Now, if you were waiting for a 5-star before spending your stuff and you didn't, like, you don't have a strong carry and stuff, like, he doesn't help your team. He doesn't make your team stronger, right? Like, he basically just helps you avoid damage, right? Like, he's good at what... Oh shit, that's a bad one. He's good at what he does. He's just not as good as people expected him to be. And those of people who have been saving for a very long time, like, they're very disappointed because obviously he is just not the character that they were expecting. And like, he doesn't do that much DPS. Like, he's just not... Like, he's just a support. So people were waiting for like a really, really strong character. Like, he's just not what they were expecting. But that's also not, you know, nobody can expect something. Like, they didn't promise them, like, the character to be GoP. But the one thing that they did that I'm a bit, like, saddened about is they did showcase Zhongli as a DPS in all the videos. Like, they made him a DPS god in the videos. His Petrify would last 7 seconds in the videos that they showed. And his E, when you were holding the skill, actually made Petrified Mob explode for damage. Now, they removed all of that after they showed the videos, and they released him as a pure support, even though they released a DPS spear at the same time as him in the banner. That's, like, almost crooked, I find. It's like, why, like, who else can use a DPS spear? No one. Like, Crescent Pike is still better than it for Xiangling. But, like, who is that spear meant for? Like, you're making people spend on a spear that nobody can use because you're saying that character's not a DPS. And then you showcase in the video a pure DPS character that does insane abilities that do damage and buff physical damage and petrify for like 7 seconds. And then you remove all of this when the character actually releases. Like, that's almost crooked to me. I mean, it's not almost. It is crooked to me, in my opinion. Like, it's pretty crooked. There we go. I hate this boss. It's like so slow. I have to be like so careful not to like mess it up. Is Chongyun good? Yes, and he's gonna get even better with the new cryo sets. Okay, what did I get here? Dvalin Cloud, Dvalin Sai. I don't even know what I need anymore. I just have them all. Nip. Wait, what do you guys? The Ding one. Yeah, that's another thing that I don't like is that they did make like Zhongli's Zhongli's Ascension raises geo damage. I mean, the thing like Zhongli is basically meant as a burst support. His ult does a good amount of damage, like not amazing, but good amount, and it stuns and it provides like he provides shielding, and that's basically his role. Like he shields, he stuns, and he does a bit of damage. But you know, it's kind of like mixed messages. That's really what it is. They removed a lot of his kit from the video. I do know. Like, I mean, I was saying he's going to be a support for a long time, but I can understand when people saw a video of him holding his E and shattering huge mobs and one-shotting them, that people were like, oh shit, he's going to be a great DPS. Right? I can understand people saying like, oh my god, this is going to be a great DPS character. And then they removed all of that. He used to increase physical damage taken by 20%. They also removed that. So that kind of stuff is kind of like, you know, it's kind of like a bit sneaky on their end, I would say. But at the end of the day, people also have to understand that what they see on the beta and stuff, like Mario is trying to make money, not trying to make you happy. Like that's not, you know, that's how the game works. That's how a world works. And they like anything can change, right? They always say everything you're seeing can be subject to change. Well, you have to take that like for its word. It is always subject to change. It was never promised that he was going to be anything else, right? But it just kind of like sucks because you can tell that they kind of like dropped the ball on some of that stuff. Okay. That was not a lot of damage. I guess he takes a lot less damage in this form. Gonna get my ults. There we go. Leave me alone with your stupid abilities. I just want to ult him. You know what's cool about Diana here is like you can shield and not take damage from the well. I mean, you take damage, but you don't die. I did that earlier. It was nice. Okay. There we go. Hey, I got a prototype bow. That's pretty rare to get a prototype on these. Okay. Let me see. Pretty much done with this. The problem is only is that its kids have super amount of survival and he can tank like crazy, but yeah, I mean, that's true. There's not a lot of content that requires survivability right now. You can just use one healer and get through floor 12 without needing much. But I mean, it is very good in floor 12, that's for sure. But you know, it's basically like just people are like the disappointment is mostly coming from the lore aspect, like where he's supposed to be a god and he's just kind of like not. Like he's more of like a Bennett. Actually, Bennett is a better support in some aspects, but is Bullied or the Hydro set better for Child? I don't really like the whole Bullied thing. The Hydro set will definitely be better. Definitely be better. 15% Hydro damage is going to be much better than that. Bullied is okay, but you think they'll do the same thing to Xiao? I mean, I don't think so because people played Xiao in the beta and he was, you know, the way he was. If they changed that so much, like people would be even more upset. But I don't know. Thank you, John. Let's see. Is Noblesse the best set on Diana? Well, Noblesse is the best set on any support. Like, you need one character in your party to have Noblesse, right? So I have Bennett and I have Xiangling. They both have Noblesse. So now on Diona, I don't need Noblesse. So I'm using Maiden. And now on Shinkyu, I don't need Noblesse. I'm using 2-piece Noblesse, 2-piece Gladiator, right? You need to have one character per party in the Abyss that has Noblesse. It's just too good not to use. Bennett is perfect. Xiangling is perfect. I could remove it from Xiangling and give her like power damage stuff and then put it on Jinkyu, for who it's amazing. Or I could put it on Diona. As long as you have it on someone, it doesn't matter. Of course, Maiden is going to be better for healing and stuff, but a really well-built Diona doesn't need the bonuses. She will still heal your party fine once you have, like, you know, good gear and, like, high level and stuff. So it's really up to you where you put your noblesse items, to be honest. Now, talking about, let's see. Do I need more of this? I kind of need a few more of these, so... Yeah, I mean, I do agree that that Zhongli, like, he's definitely fine as a support, but again, the point being that his values are lower than the 4-star characters in the game currently, and he's a 5-star. That's really the big issue, right? Like, that's really what people are complaining about. It's like he doesn't like he does less damage than other 0 characters, and he does less shielding than other shielding characters, and he does less physical damage than other physical damage. Like, he doesn't do anything better than any 4-star. Like, you want a physical DPS, you're gonna have a better match with Xiangling. You want a shielder, Diona's better. You want to burst geo damage, Ningguang's better. So it's kind of like, the thing is, he does all 3 of these things at least, so that kind of like makes it work in its own way. But it's disappointing that he doesn't do anything like really well better than others. Like, his shielding value being lower than Diona when he's supposed to be a shielder, I find that pretty stupid. Like, as a 5-star character that you make people hyped for, and why release a freaking weapon? Like why release this weapon? Like, what? Who is this for? No one. It's garbage for him, like, because I mean he's good for him, but he's not a DPS. This is not good for the shielding. If you want to shield, Skyward Spine is better, right? Like, so if you want to do DPS, Crescent Pike is better, almost. Like, that's kind of like it seems like they kind of like changed last seconds the role that he was gonna have, and they're kind of pretending that they had it in mind all the time. Now, it was obvious from people who watched the leaks that they nerfed him in the beta, and people were like, oh yeah, he's going to be only a support. But, like, a week before, he was meant as a DPS in the beta, right? Like, people who played 1.1, he was an insane DPS. He was so strong of a DPS that they nerfed him, right? But they obviously meant him to be a DPS at first, and then they changed him to a support. But then they still released the DPS weapon that goes with him, which people don't even need. Like, it's kind of just messy, and they're not transparent, and they're not really saying anything. Like, they're not really acknowledging. Like, that's the problem people are having. It's like, at least kind of like just tell it how it is, and, you know, if you guys change things, you know, just stop like pretending that it's not a problem. You know, it's like basically what people are kind of saying. Now, if only I can get, not that I want an HP helmet, I want one of those with HP. I guess this one's fine for now. Oh, I got another one of those. I mean, I'll just use this one, whatever. Let's see. I'll make it stronger so that my Abyss 12 is easier, you know what I mean? The spear makes his shield much stronger. I mean, it makes it okay, but, like, it's not... Like, it has attack and stuff, right? But, like, he actually scales better off of HP, doesn't he? What is all this stuff? Oh, nice, I got HP 10%. Yeah, 8 is fine for now. I guess I'm gonna go here and check things out. Well, you know, Super Saiyan, what I heard is that there's a new set coming in the future that will boost HP. Like, it'll have a bonus effect of HP, and it will actually be the best in slot set for Zhongli. But it's just not out right now. But the other issue that I have, which, I mean, you know, again, I'm not saying Zhongli is bad. I'm just saying that, like, there's a few problems with him that I do kind of, like, agree now that I've read a lot of, like, data about it. And one of the problems that I see with Zhongli is his pillar doesn't generate energy half the time, and if you don't have one constellation, you only have one pillar, so like he doesn't generate enough energy even with energy recharge builds to self-sufficiently trigger his own ult. You need someone to help him generate energy in order to get his ult on cooldown, which is kind of like BS. If you have C1 or C2, he's fine, but you can't expect people to have C1 or C2 on 5 stars every time they come out, right? Like, the Hydro set is actually for 1.3. I don't know, to be honest. It could be. I don't know. I don't know. I hope not, but it could be for 1.3, which would be very late, but whatever. How often does Diana apply Cryo Aura? I mean, her ult applies it like I think like every time it heals. But I don't know how often that is. Okay. Now I need to see what I got in terms of Ascension material. It makes it take 2 extra Rune Guard missile. I mean, Diana's shield can take an entire volley and not even be broken. What's the difference between Gene Healer and DPS anyways? Goblet and Weapon? Well, Healer is going to be built around her ult and attack. DPS is going to be built around physical damage. So things that change are going to be the weapon, the goblets, and you're going to get crit, I guess, instead of healing bonus. Like all the artifacts change, right? Like you're going to, like as a healer on Gene, you're going to have healing here. You're going to have energy recharge here. You're going to have attack here maybe. And then you're going to have a different set because you can do Maiden Oblige instead. As a DPS, you're going to do Gladiator. You're going to have a physical damage weapon. You're going to have physical damage here, attack here, and crit here. So everything changes depending on if she's healer or DPS. Now I need to go on my talents. Okay, let me catch up on the questions on YouTube. Sacrificial or Favonius Sword for Bennett. Favonius is better. Not because Sacrificial is bad, because like his cooldown on his E is like when you have this talent. So when you cast his Passion Overload while you're inside his own ult, it has half of the cooldown, right? So it has like a 1.8 second cooldown or like 1.5 or like less than 2 seconds of cooldown, right? Like I mean, its cooldown is like 5, but it's even reduced further with like some other stuff. Anyways, point being, his E has a very short cooldown, so Sacrificial resetting it once doesn't really do a lot. And if you have good energy recharge on Bennett, you don't even really need to cast it many times. Like so, Favonius Sword is actually kind of better. But Sacrificial is not bad, but Favonius is better. Okay, did I get one more of these? Nope, I didn't get any of these. Did I get some of this? Oh, I did actually. Oh, interesting. Well, I don't think I have these books. I'm gonna have to wait for these books. My Zhongdong is strong and he scales like shit off HP. Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree that Zhongli scales very well and does real scale. Like, I'm not saying Zhongli is bad. I'm just saying his values are lower than Diona. It is mathematically, if you look at the values, they're lower than Diona. So whatever Zhongli can do, Diona can do the same or better. I mean, her shield, like Diona at C2, shields for slightly more than Zhongli, even with max level talents, like at level 15 talents. And they scale off the same kind of stuff, right? Like she scales off HP. Like Diona's shield is just better. It's just mathematically proven. Like she just shields for more than Zhongli does. Now, she heals and he does damage and petrify, right? They're different characters. But, you know, it's just... I mean, I know that, like, when you have a lot of gear and you're well, like most of you guys are, like, Zhongli is an amazing character. But when you're free to play, you don't have these weapons. You don't have these artifacts of level 20 ready for him. Like, you need to build him, like, you need to invest as many resources in him as you would a main DPS, which includes a lot of level 20 artifacts and good stats on the artifacts and a really good weapon for him to perform. You can put garbage gear on Diona and gets as strong shield. That's kind of why people are upset. It's like you need to invest heavily in Zhongli to make him really good. Once you do, he is very good. But you can use another support, invest half of the shit that you've invested in Zhongli, and get almost the same benefits. You don't get the damage, petrify and stuff, but you'll get very, like, Diona's ult will make you do so many procs of melt with a fire character that you're going to outdamage Zhongli's ult by a lot, right? Ningguang with decent gear will outdamage Zhongli's ult. And the shielding of Diona is better than Zhongli. Just like if you look at the scaling, if you look at the numbers here, and you add up the 75% damage absorption here, and then you look at the Constellation that also does 15% more, she actually shields for more than Zhongli. It's just a fact. But that's sad. That's a sad fact. That is the one thing, like, it's just, his scaling is not done properly for a 5-star character. It's really what people are saying, you know? I mean, I don't even have Zhongli. I don't really care, but I can see both sides of the medal, you know? Who's a better overall support, Chichi or Diona? I mean, Chi-Chi's a pure healer, and she's the best healer in the game. She will heal way more than Diona. But with Diona, if you have really good gear, you will not take damage, so you will not really need healing, and then you don't get staggered. They're both amazing, but I find that Diona has a bit more potential because, you know, with this ult that does constantly cryo damage every few seconds, with my Diluc, I realize that I'm getting like 4 or 5 melts every time I ult, and these melts crit for like 50,000, 40,000 all the time. On top of that, it heals me, and then I have shields. When I have shields, first of all, I don't take damage for a while, then I don't get staggered, I don't have to dodge abilities sometimes. Icicles in level 12 of the Abyss, I can ignore the Icicles. Cryo mobs, I can ignore cryo mobs, which are arguably one of the most annoying type of mobs in this game right now. So in the current state of the game, she offers a lot of utility. Chi-Chi is amazing, but she offers only healing. Her shield breaking capability is pretty shitty because she only breaks shield with this and the ult, and those have a high cooldown. It takes 10 seconds for Chi-Chi to break an electric shield. It takes 5 seconds for Diona to break an electric shield with her auto attack. Or 2 seconds if you have sacrificial bow and you press E twice. So she's just kind of like better in the current state of the game, but Diona is, you know, more of a support type enabler, while Chi-Chi is a pure healer, and she heals more than anyone else in the game. Just when you're geared enough, you don't really need that much healing, is really what I've realized. Let's see. Xoraz for Razor. Should I use 4-piece Gladiator? You should use 4-piece Gladiator. Yes, it does more damage. Like 2-piece Bloodstain, 2-piece Gladiator will give you 25% damage and 18% attack. Gladiator gives you 35% damage. It's 10% more damage for. You're choosing between 10% damage or 18% attack. 10% damage is worth more than 18% attack. Is a C1 Diona viable healer? Yeah, definitely. I mean, C0 Diona is viable as a healer, to be honest. Her values are actually impressive. Her shielding values, I mean, once you guys see the guide, like, I went with Diona, and I went against Child, the boss here, and she tanked his whale with her shield. And she's using, like, she had, like, 17,000 HP, right? Like, she has, like, 15,000 now. She had 17,000 HP when she's using Bennett's gear. And she can go up, like, a fully built Diona with HP everywhere can go up to 33,000 HP. And I've seen a guy in China who did that. So if you go and you have HP here, here, and here, and they're all level 20, and I don't even think you don't even need to have it in the substats. She basically heals. Her shield is 17,000 HP against like cryo or something. It's insane. Like she shields for so much. It's absolutely insane. Her values are so high. Obviously, C2 makes it better, but C0, like the difference between C0 and C2 is like it's just like extra help, I guess. Like you get more energy recharge and you have a bit of a stronger shield. Like the damage you don't care about, and this you don't care about in co-op. It's who cares? I mean, it's fine, but it doesn't matter in the Abyss. 15% absorption is great, and 15 energy is great, but you don't need these things. If you have sacrificial bow, you can press E twice and recharge your ult fully, so you don't really care about the energy recharge that much. You can get in substats easily too. So like energy recharge is really easy to get in substats. The fact that you have the bow plus substats, you can actually get like 200% energy recharge without getting anything on the item. So you just go full HP and you're completely fine, right? Like it's actually impressive how strong she is. Again, I'm not saying Chi-Chi's bad though. Chi-Chi's absolutely amazing. She's the best healer in the game. It's just because I don't like. I'm at a point where I don't really need that much healing. The shielding that she does is like almost as powerful. And her heal, like obviously I have a C6 Diona, so she's absolutely broken as a C6. As a C6, I would say she's better than Chi-Chi as a C0. Like as a C6, I think she is much better than Chi-Chi. At C0, I think they're pretty similar. Like they're gonna have different playstyle and utility. If you have Klee or Diluc as your main DPS, I think she's gonna be better because she's gonna enable them more. If you need like superconduct easily, she's gonna enable them more. But Chi-Chi does fine with superconduct. She just doesn't do fine with melt. So you know, it's just it is how it is. What should I give? Support Bennett and support Chinkyu. I mean, the best is like full piece, full noblesse oblige if you need that. Otherwise, Chinkyu can have like Gladiator 2-piece noblesse oblige, which is what I'm using. But Bennett full noblesse is his best set. Yeah, her C6 is insane. Like 200 EM. Like this, plus the fact that it does cryo damage all the time with Diluc, it's actually pretty sick. I did go into a bit like level 12 of the Abyss with Diluc and Chi-Chi. No, Chi-Chi with Diona. And like I didn't take any damage. It was like insane. No one talks about Bennett not healing 100%. Yeah, I mean, that actually, I mean, it doesn't heal 100%, but like my ticks of healing on Bennett are like about 5,000. So if I'm at 10,000 HP, that's like what is it, 66% of my HP. Then he's gonna heal me for 5,000. I'm gonna be at like 99%, right? Like I have 15,000, right? So if I'm at 10,000 and I heal for 5,000, I'm at 15,000, right? So he very, very often heals me back up to like 85 and 90% of my HP on all my characters. It's sometimes you'll get unlucky and he'll end up at exactly like 71%. And then you take damage once again, you go at like 68 and then boom, you're like at 95, right? So I never found that it's a big problem. And Bennett's ult is up all the time. So even if you're at 70% all the time, you never really die. Unless you get one-shotted, you never really go down. So it doesn't... It has personally not affected me at all. Where am I here? Okay, well, I guess I didn't get... I thought I got a plume. That's a no. What do I get? Like, I never know what... Oh, yeah. Child is the one that I got. So, I mean, I guess I have one of those. Now, can I craft 6 of those? I would very much doubt so, sadly. Yeah, well, Rising, you definitely have to prioritize your DPS and 2 healers first, but eventually, you know. Does Klee scale off attack and power damage or just power damage? Well, everybody scales off attack. Everybody scales off attack, no exception. They all scale off attack, and then their damage is multiplied by their element multiplier. So if you have a high attack and you say like you do 1,000 damage, well then that's like multiplied by your fire damage. So fire damage has more value, but they're both important. Okay. How many can I craft? 3, so not enough. Oh well, one other day. Another day. Oh yeah, one thing I haven't done this. Let's go see. Okay, let's go there. Diona main. If you're asking about Favonius for Diona, it's our second best option. Sacrificial bow is the best. Favonius is the second best. What level should my support be? Well, it depends like how far you're in the game. Like once you get your main characters level 6 to level 90, you can bring up your supports. But until I really got a lot of my main characters level 90, 80 and 90, I kept all my supports level 60. You'll get level 60 and you ascend them to get their last talent, and after that you don't really need to level them up until you get to a point where like, you know, you're like me, where you maxed out some characters. Now you can start getting your supports up to level 70. As you can see, I have 3 Tinies, and now everybody else is now 70, and then this one's 80. I'm gonna bring another one to 80 probably eventually. You know, I'm gonna slowly but surely bring them all to level 80, 90. I mean, not all support, like Q doesn't really need to be higher than 70, 80, to be honest. And Diona probably doesn't need to either. Like, the amount of... what they gain from leveling up is really not that big, so... I guess I had missed this chest. Razor, Chi-Chi, Fischl, and Q. Should I drop Q and use C to Diona for the Cryo Resonance? Well... no, the problem with that is that now you'd have too much healers in your team and you'd be losing out on a lot of DPS. Even though the Cryo Resonance would gain you DPS, having 2 healers in one team would cost you DPS. Like, it's not bad, but you would be losing out on a lot of like potential DPS because of that, right? Like, you'd have way too much healing and shielding. You could replace like... I mean, in that situation, there's not much you can do, to be honest. Like, if you get Guan Yu eventually, maybe, like, you could get to, like, I wouldn't put Chongyun, obviously, because of Razor. Yeah. So, Diana's gear is much like Barbara. Yeah, it's very similar. Hi, Onins. Present. Like, it's not bad to get Cryo Resonance, but if you have 2 healers, you're losing out more DPS than you're gaining from having a bit of crit, right? Like... can I get Crimson at AR 37? No, I think you need AR 40. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. No, I think you need AR 40 for it to start dropping. I mean, I guess maybe AR 35 you can. I mean, it's been a while. Yeah, I guess you can. I guess this is AR 35, 40, 45, 50, right? No, this is 45. And this is 40, this is 35, 30. Anyways, the point being that if you start farming these sets before here or here, it's really not good because you're going to get a lot of 4 stars and it takes a lot of farming to get the right stats on these items. And now if you start farming 4 stars and then a few weeks later you're at 5 stars, well, you'll have spent hundreds of resin on artifacts that you're not going to replace by 5 stars. So at AR 40, it starts dropping 5 stars. If you want to get like a basic set of purple, just to like, you know, even if you don't have the best stat, like you can go for attack instead of crit and stuff. It doesn't matter. Just to get ahead in the game, like don't spend too much resin until you can actively farm 45 AR 45 like 5-star items, because otherwise you're gonna be wasting. Like resin is a very limited currency in this game. Levels do affect damage scaling. That's the only reason I wasn't to look at 85. I mean, it does affect it, but it does affect it a lot less on supports than DPS. What does Bennett last talent do? This one, it just makes it so that when you're inside your own ult, like, you know, the E, like this ability, when you do it, he gets knocked back like this, and you can see the cooldown is like 6 seconds, right? If you do that ability inside your own ult, which is this, like, let's see if I do it now. First of all, the cooldown is reduced by half, and I don't get knocked back. See, the cooldown's like already over. And if you just tap it, like, the cooldown's like less than 2 seconds. So it's really good because it reduces the cooldown. So like, and every time you press E, you generate orbs to get your energy back. So it's really, really powerful. So it prevents you knocking off, and then it also makes it so you gain more energy. Yeah, you could put Kaya instead of Chi-Chi. That's right. If you put Diana Kaya, that would be good. Or Diana, or Chi-Chi Kaya. Kaya is a good one, but I wouldn't remove a healer. I wouldn't remove a DPS with a healer. My Chinkyu C0 doesn't have a good weapon. I mean, again, it's just having 2 healers is just useless. I mean, it's just not great. It's just for Bennett. Yeah, I mean, this is just for him. Yeah, this is just for his, like, this is him. I mean, this only works for him, like, or his own cooldown. I'm not gonna be doing much more domains rising. I'm gonna be doing other stuff like reputation stuff to catch up, to be honest. Because I need to catch up on all the stuff before Genshin, before Cyberpunk comes out. Oh, what happened there? What is these yellow things? I mean, I'm gonna have to restart, but I was just oh, they're slow. Ah, so you have to avoid them, I guess, right? Cool. Let's abandon. I'm bored. I mean, try the co-op. I mean, there's random people. Alex did that today. He was with random people. Yeah, the Chinkyu is really powerful. They'll drag you down. Yeah, I mean, I guess I just noticed that. Not great. It's so hard to like gauge when you need to like. There we go. Go there. No. That's bad. Wait, there's a thing here. I'm so bad at this. Oh my god. There you go. Why do I keep like not getting them? I'm like right there and they're not getting it to me. There we go. Okay, that was not the best performance, but at least I got the coins. I got 30,000. That's all I needed. That's fine. Okay. My crit rate 55, crit damage 255. I mean, it's definitely very good. Yes, yeah, that's very good. You could get a little bit more crit rate. You know, like 2-to-1 ratio is supposed to be a little bit better, but like when you have higher than 50, you're doing pretty well already. He got it first try. I know, right? When does Cyberpunk officially release? At 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. So, in 20 hours. Yeah, and for me, it's at 3 p.m. For Alex, it's at 6 p.m. Basically, I usually start streaming at 6 p.m. Like, I started at 6 p.m. today. And then it's at 3 p.m. for me. So, it's like 3 hours before my stream. But Alex will be streaming it tomorrow when it releases. And I'll be on Discord with him. And I'll be making guides and stuff, hopefully. As a mostly free-to-play, who would be better to run with the Luke? Chinkyu, Child, or Mona? Ooh. You're mostly free-to-play and you have C6 Chinkyu, C6 Child, and C4 Mona? How is that mostly free-to-play? That's better than me. I mean, Diluc and Child do not go well together, so that's definitely not that. They're both main DPS. Mona does pretty well. I think Chinkyu. I think C6 Chinkyu is a beast, especially with Diluc for the Vaporize. We're 600 mana. Hey, nice, thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Check general chat. Wait, what am I supposed to check? General chat. Where is it? Wait, what is that supposed to mean? Electro damage? Oh, hydro damage. Oh, I see. The Mona thing. I mean, I don't know anything about Mona. I'm really bad at, like, I don't know how Mona works. I still don't know how her abilities work. Every time I get her on a base account, I don't know what's happening. If you have any Mona question, I would ask Alex, because I really, like, I would probably give you bad information at this point. You are nowhere near free to play. I mean, unless it's like insane luck that you got, but in any case, I mean, C4 Mona or Chinkyu are both great, but I don't know. Mona is great, but Diluc, like, he doesn't. I mean, he actually has a big burst on his ult, but his ult is more like, it's more damage like over time. I mean, I would go for C4. I would go for C6 Chinkyu. He could be the chosen one. Why do you use Diona? Why not? I mean, in this party right now, I don't really need, like, that's 2 healers. I don't need them. I'm using Diona because, like, I made a guide for her today and then I released it afterwards, and I kind of, like, just want to play around with her because she's so strong. But she needs more gear for me to, like, really showcase her strength. What am I doing here? I saw this on Reddit, so I'm gonna hope that it's working. Come on, run faster. Let's hope that it works. And thanks for the Rose Gambit, and thanks for all the mana, guys. Nice haircut, so thank you. I got it today. If there was gonna be a Fire Cryo MC, yeah, one day there will be. There we go. Challenge complete. Oh, they didn't get me any score. Yesterday the guy did it on Reddit and he just got full score. Like, he got 30,000. Maybe I was too slow, because he was much faster than I was. Oh yeah, I guess you need at least 1 coin. Is that what it is? I guess so, huh? Rip. Can you just bring me back up there? Like, what the hell? Oh yeah, I guess that's what I watched the video very quickly. I guess you need a few of them, right? I'll redo it. A free to play and a free to pay. Wait, is that? Did you say free to pay and I just said free to play? If so, you trolled everybody and good job there, sir. Yeah, MC is gonna have Pyro, Cryo, Dendro. He's gonna have it all eventually. But when is the question? You have to do it one time, taking the 5 coins. I see. I see. Stop shooting at me, you stupid ass. I don't want to die because people are gonna laugh at me for dying again. Yeah, Childs is getting shot in the ass with 2 arrows and not even flinching. I mean, he's the MVP, you know. I am sure glad that I rolled all out on Child banner, because not because Zongi sucks, but because I wanted a new carry, and I originally thought that Zhongyi is gonna be a carry when we got our first leaks, and they said he was gonna do physical damage and all that stuff. I was like, oh shit, a physical damage spear carry. I wanted it so bad, and then I went for Child instead, and then we realized that he was actually gonna just be a support, and I was like, God, I'm so happy I went for Child because, you know, I wanted a broken carry. I got the broken carry out of the two. That's some hard-ass bastard. I know, right? Even with all elements unlocked, will MC be good? I think what will happen with MC is that some elements will enable him to be godly. He is not bad. He's definitely not like the best at his role, but there are some elements where I think he will fit in very well. I mean, it's hard to know. It's hard to know what is gonna happen with MC. I mean, they don't tell us what they're gonna do with the kit, but I think he's gonna have a few elements that will probably make him godly. I mean, it would be sad if MC was like always. I mean, he's definitely not weak, right? He's definitely a great character, but I really hope that they make him like make one of his builds actually like kind of like better than some other 5 stars character, or at least be, like, you know, if he was better he's not better of an Nemo support than Sucrose, right? He's not better of a Geo support than like Ningguang or whatever. Like if he was, it would be nice, right? Like if he was at least better than some 4 stars, like. No. There we go. What the hell? It just pooped on me. That's completely unacceptable behavior. What? No. No. Go back up here. Help. I want this coin. I want this coin. Yay! Got it. Come here. Stop pooping on me. No, no. Where are you going? Where are you going, broski? There. Take this one. There we go. Look at a professional being terrible at the game. I mean, I'm showing you guys how to do it by doing what I'm not doing, or not doing what I'm doing. Does that make sense? Okay. Well, at least I got the coins. Are you serious? Abandon and redo. Wait, what? Oh, if I abandon and redo, would I keep my coins? Is that how it would work? I guess I can challenge again. So you get all the coins and you abandon and you redo it? Is that how it works? Wait, I don't get it. Ah, I see. So I just need to collect the coins then. Let me see. Can I hack the system, guys? Can I hack the system? Without getting pooped on? I mean, what does the poop tongue even do on you? Ah! Where is it? There it goes. Okay, now I need to abandon and redo. Okay, I'll... That's... Okay. I hope you guys are right. It still says 0 out of 5 insignias, but I will believe you guys. I actually got Child at like 30 PD because I wanted C2 Ning and Diona. I guess I should level him. I mean, he's a very powerful carry. It's for sure. There's going to be a unique ascent. So yeah, I mean, there is a talent missing, but it's not... It's... Yeah, he doesn't have a passive talent. Is basically what it is. Oh, wow. That's so broken. There we go. GG, new record. I win, guys. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. Thank you guys for your help. I have the new record now. I mean, that's a pretty... You know, they should add like some kind of way that you can see like other players' best score and stuff. Like just to add a little element of competition or something. You know, like what the hell? I feel like Child supports Klee Distant with his C4. I mean, that is actually pretty true. Yeah, when you have C4 Child, you actually do support pretty well because you're applying water all the time everywhere. That requires a C4 Child though, yeah. But on the other hand, Klee supports Child at C4 even better because Klee enables Vaporize, which do 50% more damage when Child is proccing them. And Klee actually does support pretty well because she leaves bombs everywhere. So you could use it the other way and use Klee to support Child and probably have... Like, with the Hydro set, I think... With the Hydro set, I think Child is going to out DPS Klee, to be honest. But, I mean, in both ways, like, as you say, I would C4, like, yeah. I mean, you can definitely do that. Who do you think is better, C2 Diluc or C6 Klee? Definitely C6 Klee. C6 Klee, I mean, Diluc is strong at C2, but Klee is it's a little bit superior at C6. Like, Klee is actually superior to Diluc just because she has so much more AoE capabilities and stuff too. Not by much though, but with C6, yeah, like C6 is pretty crazy. Wait, do I have? Yeah, I do have condensed resin to span, right? Can go away. What team comp is better? Child, Fischl, Diona, Bennett, or Child, Fischl, Diona, Xinyan? Definitely, I mean, that's a good one. Well, Diona Bennett, the problem is that you're having two healers size support in the same team, which is a loss of DPS. But Xinyan doesn't do much for Child in terms of physical damage, but the shield actually will proc some Vaporize. But you do better with like Xiangling than Xinyan, in my opinion. I'm disappointed in Xinyan. I thought she would be a very good support for Child, but she's not bad, but this is wasted on Child. This is obviously kind of okay, but apparently it's bugged and doesn't work very well. Now, this is kind of useless because if you're building her as a support, you're not really going to build a lot of physical damage because she's a support. Like, she shouldn't be really doing damage. The shield is the only thing you're really going to be building, but it scales on defense, so you need to build, like, defense, I guess, which is weird. It's good though, like it's good to do the rave, whatever, like the damage over time for Vaporize, but like Xiangling does it as well, kind of. Like, I'm disappointed. I find her underwhelming. She's a very good support for physical damage dealers. She's just not a great support for anybody else. Is Noblesse and TF good for Kitching? Kitching, 2-piece Thunder Fury, not Noblesse. I mean, Noblesse is okay, I guess, but 2-piece, like, this is what you want on Kitching. 2-piece Electro and 2-piece Gladiator, or you can go full Thunder Suitor instead. Like Noblesse is good, but I think this is better because you do more damage based on your attack than just your ult. I saw someone use MC Wind and Abyss. He was able to suck all the flowers and huge slime. I mean, it's not easy to use the ult to suck in mobs with the MC, but it does work on all the mobs. Yeah, it works on the same mobs as Venti. I'm changing my name to Majin Ningguan and fighting Super Saiyan on next episode. Nice. Yeah, Gambit. Klee is very, very powerful. Noel, Geo, or Defense Cup? Well, Defense Cup probably, if you're using her as your main DPS with C6, probably Geo. Probably Geo. If you're using her as a support, probably defense. I mean, does her shield actually stack based on her defense? Like, whatever her shield stacks based on will be what you want, I think. Got all this freezing happening in the ult. That's another thing that's good about Diana is mobs, like when you stay in the ult, they keep getting frozen because it just keeps freezing them. It's super powerful. Look at all these swords. Bye. Lee, C1 Child, C1 or C0 Diluc. Who to use as a carry? I think once the Hydro set comes out, I think Child will be the best out of these three. Right now, Klee is probably slightly superior than Child at C1 both. C2, I would say Child. I mean, C2 on Klee is absolutely amazing too, but Klee as a C2 support is very good. Like, Child cannot support, Klee can support. So in that aspect, you could use Klee and Child and make Child your main carry. I prefer Child. I dislike the gameplay of Klee very heavily, which is the reason why I do not have Klee and I do not want to have Klee and I did not roll on Klee. Now, some people love the gameplay and do perfectly fine with Klee. She's one of the best, if not the best DPS in the game right now. But Child with Hydro set will most likely be a better DPS than Klee if they're at even value in terms of constellation gear and all that stuff. Child can support spiritually with his passive talents. That is true. That is true. Child in your party does increase the attack of this by 1, but this is only going to be working on people, like, this only supports character who actually use this attack. But yeah, I mean, it is definitely not bad. It's just the problem is that Child isn't, like, when he's not in the field, he doesn't really give anything else than that. It is actually not bad, though. It is definitely something that's not to be overlooked. Okay, I'm not gonna play Genshin as much the next few days because of Cyberpunk, so I might do a few refresh here just to prepare myself for the future. Okay, craft. Okay, I'm gonna use them all too right now. Oh, I already have 3 crafted. Okay. Ideal C6 Child team. Fischl for sure, especially if she's C6 as well. Definitely Fischl. The other option, there's quite a few options. You can do double fire for the resonance and do like Bennett Xiangling. Then you get extra attack and you get vaporize procs a lot easier. Xiangling is really good at enabling vaporize procs. Otherwise, I mean, you know, there's no such thing as a best thing in this game, but Otherwise, who would I would put with? You could put Venti or Sucrose. Very, very good with Child, especially Sucrose because she keeps mobs on the floor. So you could do like, you know, I really like Bennett with Child as much as he doesn't enable as many Vaporize, which is a little bit sad. He still enables a lot of great stuff with his old damage and stuff. Xiangling is otherwise very good, but if you go with Xiangling, you need a healer, which could be kind of like Jing that would do very well as well. There's a lot of good teams with Child, but I think Fischl and Child are like a must together. Chinkyu with a lot of Constellation, especially this one, can be very good. There's so many different situations that will depend on what you have, right? Like a C2 Chinkyu might be better than a C0 like a Xiangling, but the Vaporize, there's a lot of situations. Hey Vox, how you doing? Yeah, Klee is definitely the highest skill ceiling, that I definitely agree. Wish we could enhance exchange book at like 10 green books for 1 gold. Yes, I do agree with you very much. I wish. What am I doing? Let me see what I need to farm quick. I might need to balance. If I don't have the feather. Not Wednesday. What does Diona need? Oh, I don't even know what Diona needs. I guess I could ascend Diona because she is a very powerful character now. But I guess I need to farm a lot of shit. So I guess I could farm a Cryo, which is fine. Let's see. Can I craft this thing? Give me a second, guys. I definitely have enough of this. Yeah. Now, what about these books? I don't have a lot of these. Let me go kill one Regis Vine quickly. I can farm some artifacts, I guess. I think there's a constellation on Child that procs Riptide something on its own. Yeah, it's the 4th constellation. A C4 Child. It is very, very powerful. It does... the Diona Guide is not up yet, Nonance. It's going to be up after the stream. So yeah, C4 on Child, this one. This makes it so that your Riptide proc every 4 seconds and do damage and proc water for Vaporize. Now, this is great in some situation. Now, it's also bad in some other situation as a support, kind of. Like, first of all, if you're using Child C4 to support, like, it works, but that's very, very few amount of people who can do that. And, you know, as a DPS, he would perform better because he's the 2nd best DPS in the entire game and most likely going to be the 1st best DPS in the game when the Hydro-Sec comes out. So it's like, it would be kind of like wasteful, but it would be doable. Now, the C4, it does put Riptide and it does make, like, it does proc the Riptide every 4 seconds. Now, this can work for you if you're doing, like, Vaporize and, like, freezing and all that stuff. It can also work against you, right? If you're playing, like, for example, Diluc as a main DPS, and you do fire, and then the Riptide just happens to proc after you do your fire, well, the Riptide Vaporize is going to be, like, the Riptide is going to proc Vaporize. And the damage is going to be based off of Child. If you're building Child as a support, then the damage is going to be pretty shitty. If you're wanting to Vaporize, you're going to want to Vaporize with your main character, which is Diluc. But then you don't want to sit there and wait for the Riptide to proc before you do your fire damage. So it's going to be a situation where the Riptide might actually hurt you more than help you. Now, if you can manage it well, you can definitely do it, though. But it's like, it kind of comes to a situation where, like, you want a Vaporize to be proc by the other character that's not Child. But the Riptides are every 4 seconds. Unless you have a stopwatch and you're looking at it, then you're wasting time anyways. It's kind of like, it's kind of hard, right? Like, Child is 2nd best, then who's first? Klee is the number 1 DPS in the game. I would say Klee, Child, and Diluc is the order right now. And then the next one is going to be like Keqing and then Razor, maybe? Klee is definitely the number 1 DPS in the game. I mean, with optimal gear, like, so Klee with shitty gear is going to get out DPS by Diluc with shitty gear. But Klee with amazing gear is going to out DPS Diluc with amazing gear. That's kind of how I see it. And Child also needs amazing gear to be, like, at the top. Like, Child with not great gear is going to do kind of meh. Razor's probably going to out DPS him and stuff. But Child with really good gear is going to out DPS anyone in this game except Klee. And when the Hydro set comes out, he's definitely going to DPS Klee or be at least at the exact same level. I don't have a chase but to waste him. I have a Klee Razor and I'm waiting for Xiao. I mean, again, if you like, I mean, wasting him is sad, but I understand what you mean. You don't have to use him, but again, it's like managing the Riptide might actually end up hurting your DPS more than anything. Like, imagine if you have Chinkyu in your team instead of Child. I mean, I know you do, but like, if you had a Chinkyu and like a Bennett and like Venti and like these characters will bring so much more damage than the Riptide and the number one. Like, one talent and Riptide is gonna be a small amount of damage, nowhere near the amount of damage that a Chinkyu brings to a team. So it's like you're gonna be better putting an actual support DPS than putting Child, even if it's C4, even if it's C6. Like a C2, a C4, a C6 Chinkyu is gonna provide much more value than a support Child. Now you can do it, but it's, you know, if you have options where you have like Fischl and Chinkyu and you have Bennett and you have Venti and you have Xiangling and even Beidou, they're all gonna do better than a support Child, in my opinion at least. Almost too late for stream. Hey, good night, Urkem. Yeah, Urekem. I like it. Until Hadro set is out, Child is infinitely difficult to build, maybe impossible the average player. It is definitely true. I mean, I'm using these and he out DPSs my Diluc by quite a lot, so it's not that impossible, but you definitely need a good weapon. You need like BP weapon or Black Cliff Bow or one of the 5-star weapons. Otherwise, he doesn't perform as well. Though, I've seen him do pretty well with a Prototype Crescent. Like, he still does pretty well. You just need the gear to be leveled up. Like, he needs to be a level 70, 80, or 90. His weapon needs to be the same level. His artifacts need to be, like, level 16 or 20 before he really starts shining. Isn't the time with Klee, Zhongli, and Bennett, I'm just testing an EM build on him. I mean, that is interesting, actually, if you're doing an EM build. That could be interesting. I mean, there's definitely gonna be... Oh, wait, that's not what I want to do. There's definitely going to be somewhere that works, I think, actually, like, thinking of it. I don't even care about her damage. Thank you for the shield, Diana. Look at that. I don't even take damage. I don't care about you. No. He killed my shield. I'm frozen. I should put a fire character, but I'm lazy, so it's gonna be that for now. My Diana has like no gear, so her shields are weak. But they're strong enough to actually kind of work, so... Doesn't matter anyways. Child will still kill him. Okay, that was the original resin that I had for that. Now, what am I gonna farm? I guess I'm gonna go farm this set a few more times because my Duke still needs some replacement. Iron Child has enough DPS support for his quick burst. Klee generates so much energy for everyone's ult. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something that works. It's definitely something that works. I just still think that a Chinkyu build equally will probably out DPS as Child support, but it's not like you're not allowed to use Child support. It does definitely very well. You do, like, his ult does a lot of damage, that's for sure. My Klee team is Klee, Fischl, Venti, and Barbara. That good? I mean, it sounds good to me. I'm not a Klee player myself, but that sounds pretty good to me. Though, with Klee being a fire character, an ice character would bring more value. So, Diona or Chi-Chi as a healer would obviously be better. But, you know, if you don't have that, it's obviously fine. A 1700 attack Diluc with 160k crit damage... 50% crit rate, attainable for world level 6. I mean, that sounds really good, to be honest, with the BP weapon. I mean, that sounds really good. Seems like you're doing fine there. Can't seem to be in floor 12 with that. I mean, maybe, like, Colin, for you, maybe it's just about leveling up your team more, you know? Your team to level 80 or 90 in weapons. Like, floor 12 requires level 80 or level 90 characters and weapons. Like, depending on your constellation and characters available, like, at 80, it's pretty rough. At 90, it's a bit easier, but... It is not like an easy floor. Definitely not. Doesn't Klee need an insane amount of skill to do animation cancel? I mean, she definitely is the hardest character to play, and animation canceling is a very annoying thing to do. But once you have, like, mastered it, it doesn't require, like, that much, like, skill or whatever. Like, as in, it becomes kind of, like, easy for people who've been doing it for a while, and they get used to it. But it is something that I personally find very triggering, and makes also Klee kind of, like, impossible to play on the mobile. Like, Klee is not as good of a DPS on the mobile, in my opinion. Like, I think she falls off heavily on mobile. But, you know, if you are able to master it and you do it well, Klee's definitely going to be a very good character when you do the elemental canceling, animation canceling thing, whatever. But I personally despise animation canceling in a game like this, and I do not like Klee's animation at all, and I don't play Klee for that reason. So it is completely up to you. I openly claim that she's the best DPS, but I still wouldn't touch her because I hate her. It's just how it is. This game, you're not supposed to play the best of the best. You're supposed to play whatever you enjoy playing. Like, you can beat Floor 12 of the Abyss with spending 0 Primogem with Amber as a main DPS. Like, nobody cares what character is the best. I mean, people care, but it doesn't matter what character is the best. The entire game is clearable using garbage characters, which are not even garbage because they're obviously capable of clearing the entire content, right? Like, you can use Amber and you can use Noelle and Kaya, which are considered like A tier or B tier, like shitty or whatever, which is not even really true, but they will still clear the entire game content for you. So it just requires gear and patience and, you know, learning the mechanics of the place and all that kind of stuff. Diana is good for Klee. Yeah, Diana is definitely very good for Klee, I think. The thing with Fischl and Child is that Fischl kind of like does everything, but without being on the field, while Child doesn't. So you put Fischl's bird down, and then you put Child down, and then they're both like present. I mean, Klee animation canceling is good, but try playing on mobile and it works terrible. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even touch it with mobile. When you jump, you're role playing. I mean, there's some people who enjoy it. I don't. There's some people who enjoy it, and then she's perfectly fine, right? Like, I'm happy to hear that. I'm already using Amber with only 5 stars Jean. I mean, Amber does definitely completely fine at her role in the Abyss to break shields and stuff, and the taunt from the bear is really good. Like, her scaling is a lot lower than other like fire characters. Like, they will do more power damage than her, but she will still do enough to clear the floor. Like, if you look at Enviosity, he cleared the entire floor with Amber as a main DPS, and he had Amber, Barbara, what is it? Amber, Barbara? No, Amber, Kaya, and Noelle, and that was his only 3 characters because he doesn't even bring 4 characters. He only brings 3 to play characters, and he cleared the entire floor. So it's, you know, it's definitely doable. Like, the game is meant to be played with what you enjoy. Like, there's not really such a thing as like characters that suck or not. Like, there's not any content that's really hard once you reach the gear requirement. Like, the content is a gear check, not a skill check or not a character check. If you have the gear, you'll clear the content. But the gear takes a lot of time to farm. You know, it takes 2 days to get a level 20 artifact. So you need 8 characters with all level 20 artifacts. That takes 80 days, right? The game hasn't even been out for 80 days. Now, you don't need that, but you need at least half your characters that are pretty well geared. So you'll need at least like 30-40 days of farming if you're not spending Primogems on resin, right? So people who don't spend any Primogem on resin will need at least a month and a half to gear half their characters, which is kind of sad, but it is the way the game is. If you spend a little bit of Primogem, it'll be faster though. And you do get like fragile resin given for free and all that kind of stuff, so... But then you want to wait until AR45. So there's a lot of like things that make you wait, but it is a long-term game, and eventually everybody will be able to clear Abyss 12, even with the most random characters. Envy has like 30,000 Primo. Well, exactly. He has 30,000 Primo. He hasn't spent a single one. He's cleared Abyss 12. So, and he hasn't like he uses 7 characters. He uses like the 4 free ones: Amber, Kaya, Lisa, and Traveler. And then he uses Noelle. What was this? Noelle and Barbara and Xiangling. Xiangling and Amber are his main DPS. His Noelle's not bad though, but she doesn't do that much damage. What do you think of Xinyan? She's really good with physical damage dealers, but otherwise she falls short a little bit. Way different on PC, yeah, I know, right? I've been trying to get a prototype weapon for a month now. Yeah, the prototype weapons are absolutely garbage drop rates. Absolute garbage drop rates. When the artifact is 200,000 more alone, that's a day on itself. Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, I already read that Rising. But they don't have the same thing because Fischl's kit is enabled when she's not on the field. Child doesn't do that. Let's see. I guess I'll do that more time. Will there be more option for crafting weapons? I don't think so, but we don't actually really know. Maiden and Noblesse for peace for Diana. They're both completely viable. Noblesse, like most teams will already have a character with Noblesse, like a Chinkyu. You know, like there's a lot of characters that actually wear Noblesse as their best in slot, like support characters. Like Chinkyu is one of them. Bennett is one of them. Xiangling can be one of them. So you know, there's a lot of characters. Like even like Haya could be one of them if you're using it as a support. So if you're using, like, yeah, actually, you know, he could be one of them if you're using him as a support. So if you have a character that uses Noblesse Oblige in your team and Diana's the healer, then put her Maiden on her. If your team like doesn't have a character that uses Noblesse, then put it on her. Like it's that simple. You need Noblesse in your team, so no matter what, you need it. Diana can do it. She does heal fine without the set, but the Maiden will help her heal more, right? Bye, no Onens. Have a nice time at your classes. If the Inazumo Archon is a lowly type, yeah, that would be funny actually. There you go. There we go. There we go. That's a massacre right here. How do you feel with Zhongli and Child in the team? I don't have Zhongli, so I don't really know how he goes with Child. What do you need Noblesse? I mean, it's not like you need Noblesse, but if you're not using it, you're wasting one of the best set item in the game. Like, if you have 4 characters in the team, there's definitely one of them who can use Noblesse, and that buff is very meaningful on characters that have low cooldown ults like Bennett, like Chinkyu, like Diana. So if you're not using it, you're just wasting extra potential of attack. Or like, I mean, you know, you don't like have to use it, but it's like the only support set in the game. You have healer set or support set. The rest is all DPS based. So it's like you definitely have one support somewhere that could be using that instead of like Gladiator, and would bring much more attack to the team than Gladiator is giving him, right? Like 2-piece Gladiator, 2-piece something else, whatever. Like it would bring a lot more. Like on my Chinkyu, for example, I'm using 2-piece Noblesse, 2-piece Gladiator because I have too many characters that are using Noblesse already. Like I have Bennett and I have Xiangling and now I have Diana that could be using it. So on Chinkyu, which Noblesse Oblige 4-piece is actually the best thing you can build on a on a support Chinkyu. Like it's the most useful thing. This gives good damage on Chinkyu, but Noblesse would buff your team more. Like it would provide more damage overall than this provides, right? So it's like it's not necessary, but it's definitely more. Like 20% attack is not that much, but it's a lot more than one character getting a little bit of attack and damage, right? Like 20% attack on the entire team, especially with characters like Bennett. Like his buff, like his ult, kind of like makes this go even higher. Like his ult triggers first and gives attack to the entire party, or the characters in the party, and then that's boosted by 20% even more. And 20% attack is an insanely high value when it's calculated at the end of all of the other attack, right? So like all of your artifacts, all of the attack that you get from all these items and stuff. I mean, not that I have it on here, but like, you know, like all these artifacts with attack and stuff, that's like, that gives you a number, and then this buffs it by 20% more. So it's not additive, it's like exponential kind of thing, so it's even better. See, that's the thing with Diana. Like Bennett doesn't need maidens. Like Maiden on Bennett, he doesn't need it because his healing will cap at 70% anyways. And like my Bennett right now with full Noblesse Oblige heals more than a Diana with maidens. Like his healing is already like I have energy recharge here, HP here, and healing bonus here, and he heals like he full heals my team in like 2 seconds, no matter who's out. So it's like you do not need Maiden. Maiden is good for healing, but you do not need that kind of healing. Like I do floor 12 with this set, and I don't need more healing. Like I don't die from lack of healing. I die from getting one-shotted or from getting one-shotted, basically. Yeah, I mean, on Bennett, really, like Noblesse Oblige is just, you just don't need Maidens. It's really just that. Like, it's overkill. Especially, like, obviously, Maiden will be good at the beginning, right? Like, when you are lacking healing and your artifacts are not level 20. But at the end of the game, you're, like, you have so, like, when you have these kind of artifacts, level 20 healing bonus stuff, and you have, like, 46% HP here, and like he has a level 21 like with HP here, and he has a really high level weapon, all that stuff. He doesn't really need that healing bonus at the end. Like it doesn't benefit him as much. I've never had Maiden on my Bennett, and I've never really like my Bennett heals more than my Chi-Chi. Like it's just so OP. Isn't it base attack? No, I don't think it's base attack. That's Bennett. Bennett buffs base attack. Well, Bennett buffs based on base attack, but like that I've tested it on my Bennett myself. So when I use Bennett and I ult, he buffs the attack up to a certain number, and then I unequip Noblesse, and then I equip Noblesse, and it buffs by like the 20% seem to be a lot more than like what Bennett does. Like my Bennett gives 900 attack to my Diluc when he ults, but he only has 500 something attack, right? So he has 557 attack, and his talent gives his talent is, let's see, his talent is 95. So technically, he should be giving my Diluc about 550 attack, right? Like, about. He actually buffs him for, like, 800 something. So the other 20... Like, the other is, like, Noblesse. And, like, if it was just base... I mean, maybe it's base attack. I don't really know what it is. The point being that it buffs him for so much. It's, like... I mean, it's so much. The Noblesse Oblige buffs my Diluc as much as my Bennett's ult buffs my Diluc. It's like having double Bennett ult. It's, like, it's so valuable. It's like, I mean, it's too much. Like, it's too much not to use. Let's see. Everyone should talk Zhongli now. I mean, the thing, I mean, I never like want to be shit talking, and I was never like saying that Zhongli is like terrible, and I still don't think he's terrible. Though I did read a lot of like analysis from like Jinx and like all the people on Reddit and stuff, and there is a lot of fair points that they're bringing. Really, like there is a lot of fair points in terms of like some things that could have been done better, I guess. But you know, it's just like a mess in general, the whole situation. But I think the biggest problem that MiHoYo has right now is account security, not Zhongli. And the fact that they're laughing in people's face about account security, I think is like kind of like just showing who they are as a company, and kind of like that's what people are kind of like complaining about with Zhongli as well. It's not really just the fact that Zhongli might be slightly underperforming compared to what he should be as a 5-star. It's the fact that MiHoYo doesn't give a crap about its player base, and they're kind of clearly saying it. Even though they could really answer much easier, like they could give an answer, they could help people, they could like, you know, give some advice or whatever, or they could like say we're working on this, we don't think this is right, or this is what we have calculated. They just don't care. They're just saying no, you learn to play, like we don't care, giving you your money. Like, and like they said the exact same thing about the account security, right? Like there's this guy who got hacked, and the hackers sold his account, and then the person who's like bought the account basically made purchases on the account, and then MiHoYo answered the guy saying, because someone purchased on your account, we can't give it back to you. And he's like, well, it's my freaking account. Like, how does that work? He's like, because they don't want to refund the person for their purchases. So it's like, now he has to do a credit card chargeback, which he's gonna get for sure. But it's like, what the hell is that? Like, what kind of customer service is that? Like, that's painful to even hear. Like, the guy got hacked and the account got sold, but you won't give it back to him, even though he can prove it's his account, because obviously he purchased on the account himself first. Like, it's pretty freaking dumb. Is that French on and on? Wait, what? The song, you mean? Or my accent? It's my accent is French, but I don't know what on and on is. Or you're talking about this song, which I could tell you what it is. Give me a second, guys. I'll just reopen this. They made me pull for a child. You know, I was the same. I mean, I said that a bit earlier, but like, if you guys have been watching me stream for the last month, when they announced Zhongli, we saw videos of him demolishing mobs, like critting for thousands and like shattering mobs that were petrified and stuff. And I was like, holy shit, that's gonna be cool. I really want a spear damage hitter that's not Xiangling, because I like Xiangling, but I want to use her as a fire damage support, not as a physical damage. I was like, okay, Zhongli is gonna be amazing. I was planning to pull for Zhongli and make him my second DPS dealer instead of Child. I'm not planning on pulling on Child originally. And then because of the way that it was, like, I had a lot of bows, and I obviously, like, Alex was not really equipped to pull on Child because of his character builds and stuff. I was like, okay, well, I'll pull on Child instead, and you can pull on Zhongli, whatever, so we can make videos on both. And then I realized that Child was actually an amazing DPS, and I was very happy about it. But I originally thought that Zhongli was going to be a great DPS, and I was like going to save up to make him my second DPS instead of Child. And then like after a few weeks, we realized that they nerfed the shit out of Zhongli in the beta, and he was like just going to be a support. But again, those were all leaks, right? Our first information were from MiHoYo, and then our second information was from leaks. So if we had not believed the leaks and we only took MiHoYo's word for it, we would have actually thought Zhongli was going to be a DPS all the time, right? Like, we looked at leaks and we realized that he was actually not meant to be a DPS, and we said it so over and over on the stream. But like, it was basically kind of like misleading from MiHoYo to show gameplay footage of like Zhongli being a god DPS and then release him as a support, right? And if they tell us don't release leak, well, if we had not released leak, people would have thought he's a freaking DPS the whole time. So it's kind of like shady on that end. That makes me angry in a way. Like, I'm happy that I didn't get screwed, and then Xeno was still fine to pull on oh, I guess I have this. Xeno was still fine to pull. He was like, I'm happy with pulling on Johnny because I do need a support anyways. But like, it was really kind of like misleading, you know, in my opinion. Okay, let me see what did I get here. Let's leave. I feel like I'm the only one who wants Albedo. I mean, I don't know any people. Like, I almost don't know a single person who wants Albedo, but I pulled for Zhongli and got Diluc. Well, that's pretty good. There should be an option to hide the ID. I do agree. I do agree. I don't think any banks in Russia will do chargeback on anything. Don't tell that to MiHoYo. They may move there. Yeah, I mean, I believe you there, Krasmus. I'm lucky that where I live, I've done many chargebacks in my life. Because I like to hold companies accountable for selling garbage. Yeah, I have done many chargebacks, and it's very easy to do. If your accounts get hacked or something and you live in America or in Europe, it's very easy. I mean, Europe as in like France and UK and like a lot of countries there, they have like their law there. I don't think Russia is included in those laws though, but it is very easy because of the consumer protection laws that we have here to do a chargeback. And I can guarantee you that if my account was to get hacked or anything, I would charge back very quickly. I just spent like $100. Won't do more. I literally $11,000 on your PUBG account. You spent $11,000 on your PUBG account? Jesus Christ. What is there to buy in PUBG? I thought it was cosmetics only? But it is true that you will replace it with something. It is. I try to keep my spending limited on games like this. Obviously, with content creation, I've spent more on this game, but I used to spend a lot of money on Rise of Kingdom. And then they found out that the company was... like, the company had basically been giving out rewards to someone. He was a content creator, but he basically was winning the war just because they were giving him rewards. And he basically told them, I'm going to lose the war, so if you don't give me rewards, I'm not going to do content for you. And they gave him thousands of dollars of reward, and he won the war because of that. And they got, like, ousted. Like, you know, they're allowed to give content creators money for videos and stuff, but, like, they gave him thousands of dollars of reward just because he begged them for it. And, like so many players got, like, chargebacks. It was insane. What do you buy in PUBG for 11,000? Yeah, I'm wondering what you can buy even. No, I don't know who that is, Rosengale. Wait, who? Do you mean the Rise of Kingdom person? It's the Legend Ronnie was the one who got me refunded all my spendings on Rise of Kingdom. And it was multiple hundreds of dollars. I'm sure a few $1,000s. and I got it all completely refunded through my credit card, even though some of them were like 4 months old, the purchases. Because basically what the company did is illegal. Like in Canada, what they did is illegal. It's false advertisement and it's fraud, and they can't do that kind of shit. Because it's not that what they did was wrong if they announced it that they did. It's that they lied about it, and it got leaked that they gave like rewards without, you know, like the way Genshin Impact is doing it with content creators. Even though the rewards are garbage, like 1,000 Parmesan per month is literally nothing for my content creators. Like you can't create any content with 1,000 Parmesan, but that's not the point. The point being that they're announcing it and they're making people apply for it and all that stuff. The other thing was done shady behind the scene and nobody knew. And people were like, how the hell did he get all these characters? Because he got rewards that were not accessible for money. He got rewards that you could only get over time in the game. So people were like really frustrated about that. And I mean, that's why hundreds of people got complete refunds. Like I knew a guy who refunded like $10,000 worth of purchases because of that thing. So when companies fuck up, you can refund or you can credit card chargeback, and the credit card, like the companies are going to follow the law. So in the case of like a company with false representation or false advertising or whatever, you can refund everything. So what happens in Genshin Impact is if they were to nerf a character that you spend thousands of dollars on, you know, let's say Zhongli comes out and, well, I mean, maybe not use Zhongli because that would be a bad example because he's already hated. But like, let's say Child came out and you spent $3,000 to get your Child C6. Now he's your main DPS. You've farmed artifacts for him. You build him. He's amazing. You love him. You're having fun, right? Now 2 months later, people complain that he's too OP and they nerf him. You're like, well, when I purchased this with my $3,000, this was what was advertised to me. This was my money spent for this. Now you change that. You basically did false advertising to me, and the credit card will refund every single dollar you've ever spent because it is literally illegal to do something like that. Which is why I always say you will never see a character in Genshin Impact get nerfed. Because if they did nerf characters, people would charge back. But they might buff. Buffing is allowed. You're allowed to buff them. They're just not allowed to nerf them. It's not account, but yeah, if you do charge back, you will get banned. Your account will get banned, but you will have your money back. There's actually been stories of people getting Genshin Impact doing that. Like they do refunds. You can also do refunds on the Apple Store and stuff, right? It's not a chargeback, it's a refund, and you can only do so many before your accounts get like stopped. But people have been refunding, and MiHoYo has been banning them. Gunskin and Claw. Oh yeah, okay, I guess yeah. It's like CS:GO, right? Wait, you played Rise of Kingdom? I play Rise of Kingdom still. Actually, the channel, not casuals, was like we covered Rise of Kingdom first. If you go on our main page, you look at our playlist. We have a lot of Rise of Kingdom content. I still play Rise of Kingdom. I feel until he released Signoram, I'm dropping 5k. Yeah, CN people are planning to boycott Albedo's banner. I mean, I don't think you really need to boycott Albedo's banner. I think nobody's gonna roll on it because he looks boring. But I mean, some people will love him. Just in general, he doesn't look like a very powerful, damage-dealing, crazy character, you know? Mtash just got a hack attempt on his account. Well, Mtash is not the only one. Mtash, Demon, Tectone, and Viocity, they all got, and even Zeal's Ambition, they all got hacked or attempts of hacking. I'm surprised that I haven't gotten an attempt. I mean, I change my password almost every day now, and it's linked to my phone and my email and stuff. But I would not be surprised if I got an email saying that someone's trying to change my password. It's very easy. MiHoYo's security is absolute fucking dog shit. Sorry for the language, but MiHoYo's security is complete garbage. I can look at any of your guys' UID and find out your email and phone number. And all I need is some like knowledge of like computer stuff. It's really like your phone number and your email should not be shareable with people just by sharing your UID, right? You can go in co-op and share your UID, and someone can find out your email and phone number that's attached to your account. Like, how fucked up is that? Well, that's MiHoYo for you, and that's not new. That's been for weeks now, and people have been complaining about it. And you know what MiHoYo said in the customer support? They said like, "Don't be stupid and get hacked." Like that's what they said. So yeah, it's not great. Like they basically said, be more careful and don't like share your info. It's your fault if you get hacked. Like people have a right to be angry at MiHoYo. I am definitely not like I'm definitely angry at MiHoYo. They have an amazing game and they have an amazing like content, and they're literally throwing it in the garbage by mismanaging it like crazy. What artifact are you using on Child? This is what I'm using. Do you have any tips for leveling up? Not really. You just have to play the game, find chests, do your quests every day, your commission every day. That's about it. They shouldn't show UID. I do agree. I mean, I would hide my UID now, but at this point, it's all in all my videos. Like, it's if someone wants it, they have it. Like, if I get hacked and I lose my account, I can guarantee you I will refund every single fucking dollar I've ever spent on this game through my credit card, and MiHoYo can go F themselves. But I do not plan on getting hacked. Who the hell would complain about a character being OP? Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? A company that owns... God, I don't know anything about the games you're saying, but that's interesting. All the creators got hacked at the same time. I mean, yeah, it is weird. It is definitely weird. I do agree, Christmas. I would love the freaking UID not to be shared all the time. It's too stupid. Like, it's working against them. You know, I wouldn't care about shining my UID if their system wasn't dog shit and people couldn't find out my phone number and email by having my UID, right? Like, I am lucky enough that I actually my account name is not the same as my in-game name, so like it's not you can find it out, I think, but I don't think anymore. But like, what happened is that some people's account name was the same as their account, their in-game name, whatever. Like your traveler's name and your account name when you log in, they're the same. Mine is not the same, but some people, I mean, I've seen it because I've logged onto accounts of people. So if you log in with your just an account name and it's the same that you have in game, it's a lot easier to get hacked apparently. And if your phone number is not linked, it's also a lot easier to get hacked. Can I get refunds from PUBG? I mean, you cannot... Okay, so you can get refunds a few days after purchasing if you're using Apple Store and stuff. Now, for a chargeback is not a refund. Chargeback, someone has to have broken the law or rules to get a chargeback. False advertising, fraud, stuff like that can get you a chargeback. But if they didn't do anything wrong, like if the company didn't do anything wrong, you can't get a chargeback. Like with MiHoYo or Genshin Impact, you could get a chargeback if you got hacked because it's their fault that you're getting hacked because their systems are very terrible. Their security is terrible. It would be their fault, and then you would have to get refunded because it would basically be, you know, something that's not you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't get phished your email. Like, it's not because someone gets your password. It's because their servers are shit. So then you would get refunded. But that would be through your credit card and the chargeback. If they didn't do anything wrong, you couldn't get just chargeback just because you're upset about having spent that money. That's not how it works. You can only get a chargeback if they did something wrong. I do recommend that you change your password on a daily basis, yes. Because even if you're everyday people, as you say, like you're not streamers, there is still a chance that you get hacked because they have apparently... if you go on the dark web and you look at these places where they sell accounts and stuff, even it's not even on the dark web, it's like on the open web nowadays, which is also fucking scary because what the hell is Mario doing? But anyway, the point being that if you go on these sites, they have apparently hundreds of thousands of accounts that they all stole from the servers of MiHoYo. So they have like all the account names and the emails of people saved up, and they're like just trying to crack the passwords one by one. So I would recommend that everybody change their password on a regular basis when you play this game. Even today, like everybody go into the MiHoYo website, go into the account settings, link your phone number and link your email to secure the account more, because otherwise the hackers will link it to their own and they will steal it from you. And change your password like every few days at least, or every day if you are like motivated. Like the more you change it, the safer you'll be. Okay, let's go up. What if they give me bad RNG? I know, right? PS4 users are safe. PS4 users, it's a completely different server that's like a lot more safe. It's a lot more safe because it's like Sony's server, not MiHoYo's server. And as much as some things about Sony might not be great, their security is definitely fine compared to MiHoYo. I have email and phone linked, so I changed my password days ago, but I only want confirmation I was able to choose email or phone. It is definitely a little bit annoying. It is definitely... The thing is that if you have both linked, at least the guys can't like link it as easily. Like they have to unlink yours first, but... Xoraz Rust or Sharpshooter for support official. I don't know what Sharpshooter's oath is. What weapon is Sharpshooter's oath? Is that a 3 stars? I mean, if it's a 3 star, I would still take Rust. Is 3 to 8 crit rate damage good enough? It's definitely very good. Yes, it's definitely very good. Like 1 to 2 is better, but like I mean, you're almost at 1 to 2. It's definitely very good. Actually, 65% crit rate is really high, so that's really good. Oh, you can't see the levels of my character? I mean, here they are.
I created another universe.
The snowman in the UID is hiding. I have to move that stupid snowman then. But my DPS are all 90. They look Razor and official. Everything else is 70, except Bennett, who has 80. Yeah, do two-step verification for your email that's connected to your Genshin account. Definitely. Blue bow with crit damage. I mean, the problem is that like blue bow has like if you're under AR 35, 40, then the blue bow is fine. But when you're AR 40 plus, a 4-star weapon is gonna have way better base attack, and you need that base attack. The damage is too different between a 3-star and a 4-star. So you can use a blue bow until like later on, but when you're AR 40 plus, definitely go for the 4-star, no matter which one it is. R1 Rust or R1 BP bow for child. I would take a BP bow. Do you log in with Facebook? No, I log in with my email actually. I have an email login and I have a different name in game, so. And my email is like there's a 2-factor authentication on it. Do you think B people will be good on Guan Yu? Yes. Okay, well actually let me think back again. Yes, it definitely should be good, but it seems from the leak that there is going to be a lot of crit rate sets out there. So cryo crit rate. And then if you play Cryo Resonance with 2 Cryo, and you have one of their set that gives you crit rate, and Guan Yu has passive that gives her crit rate, you might have overkill. Like the crit rate might be overkill. You might not need a weapon with crit rate. You might want a weapon with crit damage, which is like the Black Cliff weapon. So is the BP bow good on Guan Yu? Most likely will still be good, but if all the crit rate stuff is really true, it might not be good because it might just be overkill, and you just don't need that much crit rate because you might be at almost 100%, and you would definitely get better with crit damage from Black Cliff. So that would be what I would say about that. I have everything linked. Yeah, I know what you mean. It sucks because it's MiHoYo's, like, they're the ones dropping the ball on this, right? Like, it's their servers that are compromised. They're the ones who are leaking information of our accounts by having bad servers. Like, you can literally go on like the forums and find people's account information. Like, you just need their UID and then you can look them up, and then you press F12 and you go into the developers like the coding of a website, and then you can find out like all of their freaking information. It's like that's not normal. Like it's not encrypted. It should be encrypted. You shouldn't be able to see that shit publicly. So it's kind of scary because they really don't know what they're doing in terms of security, while people are spending thousands of freaking dollars on their game. Yeah, I mean, we've definitely done that before, Rising Guild, but it is definitely a small risk. So if you don't feel safe with it, definitely don't do it. Crit rate does go over 100, but I think it caps at 100. But I don't know how it works. I mean, I've seen it go over 100, but the problem is that if you have 100% crit rate, you need like 200% crit damage, and it's really hard to get that with the current availabilities of items in the game. Because that will be, you know, even if 100, I mean, I guess if what you're saying, like you get more like over crit, like you do double crit maybe. I don't know how it works, to be honest. I really don't know how it works. I haven't seen any calculation on like people having 100% crit rate or more. They obviously crit all the time, but if they crit all the time and they have no crit damage, their damage is lower than if they had a balanced ratio, right? So for most people, it's the ratio of damage is not worth getting higher than 100. But there could be different things there. I wouldn't know. I'm not informed about that enough to know. Yeah, that would be interesting if it did that kick either. Yeah, it is a shame that that MiHoYo is definitely dropping the ball pretty hard on this game right now. It is definitely a shame. I think you're right, Wonderland. I think they did probably break a law in the European, like in the GDPR or whatever. Like I know that's like in the Europe, right? I think their mismanagement of this whole information leakage is probably like against the law in some countries. Like their security is not, like a game company is not supposed to allow the private information of its users to be shareable this easily. And I think MiHoYo will probably get sued for it, to be honest. Like people when the wrong person gets hacked, MiHoYo will get sued to the fucking ground. I can guarantee you that. Like you're not, like, someone can find your phone number and your email with your UID that you oblige people to show on screen. You can guarantee MiHoYo will get sued pretty freaking hardcore pretty soon. And I'm pretty sure that like if anybody wanted a refund in this game right now, you could probably get a credit card chargeback and just blame the security fraud, and you would get, like, they would approve your case just because of like how bad it is. Like it's just so terrible. There's actually a lot of people who are doing credit card chargebacks because of that. Like on Reddit yesterday, there was a huge thread where people were talking about doing credit card chargebacks. I actually want to find the thread. Actually, let me give me a second, guys. All right, that's not the right person. One second, guys. I'll just try and find let's see. I'll just open a new window and I'll share it in there. I want to see this. I saw it yesterday, but this is obviously a Reddit post from yesterday. Look at how many freaking upvotes and everything. The support from MiHoYo stating account thief is getting... Yeah, so basically, the guy... let me pause this. So the guy got his account stolen and sold to someone else, and then they bought top off after stealing the account, and this is what MiHoYo told them. Let's see. So they basically just told them some bullshit to go look. So they said, we couldn't help you recover it due to dispute account situation. Let's see. After from the time your account is taken by someone, there are many top-up after that. And this is dispute situation, so that we cannot help this situation. So because someone hacked his account but bought new packs, they can't help. And then they can confirm that the system has not been subject to malicious attacks. You must increase your level of security yourself. It's your fault, basically. So... basically, they're saying they can't help you. They made top up, so we can't do anything about it. We know it's hacked. We agree that it's your account, but we can't do anything because they purchased stuff. And it's not our fault. You did something wrong. Figure it out. Your account is done for. Like, I mean, it doesn't get really much worse than being a trash company than that. Like, as in, that's really bad. Like, it's pretty bad. I mean, obviously... it seems like it's like, if you look at the comments, there's a lot of them. I mean, it's 100%. It's not 100% sure that it's real, but it's most likely real. And there's a lot of people here saying that. I mean, because it's not the first time, right? Like all the content creators are talking about it. Like it's definitely something that's a serious issue. It's definitely a serious issue. And he was not free to play. He had purchased a lot of money on his account. There was hundreds of dollars of purchase. And what he said he was doing, the guy on Reddit, he's going to get his credit card to refund everything he purchased. For that reason, but he still lost his account, right? Like his account is lost now. He got hacked and the person made purchases. Now it's lost. He doesn't have his account anymore. Yeah, that's true that the laws won't uphold in China, but they might, like, they might be able to get the game banned from Apple Store and Google Store because the laws there apply. They're based on American laws and European laws, right? They're not going to get banned from the Chinese Play stores, but they're going to get banned from the worldwide Play stores. That's what I seriously foresee the future of Genshin. It's going to get banned from Apple Store and Google Store from having such a terrible security. Even though they're probably paying them off right now to like allow the game to stay on, like eventually if they get sued, like Google and Apple will get sued as well, and they will have, like, it'll be a class action lawsuit, and they'll have to drop the game from their store. Because otherwise they'll get sued, right? What the hell's happening with this guy? There you go. It's a pretty sad situation, not gonna lie. That can be easily faked. I mean, it definitely can be easily faked, but I mean, you know, at least a guy took a video of it. It's definitely true. Like, if you look at the comments on the thread, there's a lot of people who like go into more details and like look up at the guy's history and stuff. If the guy's faking it, he's definitely like been faking it for a long time. Like, he made a lot of different threads and posts about it. But like, the problem is that there's so many content creators now who came out saying that it happened to them as well, that they got hacked and stuff, right? Like, there's definitely a big hacking issue happening right now. So no matter what it is, like, even if the fact that they help or not, like, there's a lot of people, like, if you go look at Tekton's video where he talks to one of his followers who got hacked the same way, the guy says, like, that he's been for 3 weeks now trying to get his account back, and he spent thousands of dollars on the account, and he still hasn't gotten his account back. Like, there's definitely people who are not faking it, who are not getting their account back. So no matter if that one is fake or not, it's still happening, right? Like, people are getting hacked, so it is scary no matter what. Free-to-play players are not likely. I mean, free-to-play players are less likely, but if your account is strong and has good characters, you're more likely. What they're doing is they're hacking accounts that have shit on them so they can sell them for more money, right? So the stronger your account is, the better, like, the more chance of you getting hacked, which is why content creators are getting targeted, right? They want to sell accounts, so they need good accounts. Oh, people see a new video? Yeah, I'll have to see, right? I'll have to see that after. I'm in there. Nice. You're on the thread. That one was winded. Yeah, he definitely was scared when he got hacked. Yeah, I would recommend to everybody to change your passwords regularly, because they have leaked the emails and the phone numbers early on, and they made huge databases when we were not even aware. So they have all of the emails and all of the logging information. They might not have all the passwords though. So, you know, even if they had all the passwords, if you change it now, what they had leaked before, they saved your account and password as something. Well, now they would try it and it wouldn't work if you change your password. So I would change my password regularly. I would change it password like very regularly. December 11, 1.2 live stream. Wait, what? Oh, the live stream for 1.2 is on December 11. That's cool. Yeah, you can link it if you want. Got my Steam account hacked a while back. Yeah, I got my War account back hacked before in the days too. I had to like send my passport to identify that it was me who had the account originally, and they gave it back to me pretty quickly though. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Oh yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to see this big guy over there. Where's that big guy? Where am I? Yeah, this is where I'm going. They were not ready to explode. There's definitely true that they're not ready to explode this much, but I mean, even if they were a small company, these flaws, like, no matter how small your game is, you should not have this terrible of a security system, right? Like even if they were small, it would just mean less, like, it would just mean less people are getting hacked, but it was still people getting hacked, right? Like, the security flaws are still there. It's definitely not excusable, but it is definitely one of the things about MiHoYo is that they definitely were not ready for the success of this game. Their teams were not prepared. Interesting, Sander. I didn't actually know that they were. Oh yeah, I've heard that people saying that there's like other companies targeting MiHoYo, but I do think that's all bullshit. I think it's just hackers are trying to sell account to make money. I think it's not more complicated than that, but in any case, it's just security is just bad and they just need to fix it. Because it's not normal that so many different big accounts are getting hacked at the same time. Like, most people know, like I've never been hacked in my life other than WoW like 10 years ago, and I have very high like knowledge of how security stuff work. Like, I have all the kind of like adware blocking shit that I would need. I mean, I'm pretty safe in general. Like I don't really go on any kind of weird websites, and I use like Brave browser, which is one of the safest browsers out there. And it's like, you know, if I got hacked, I'm like, how? Like where? Like how do you even guess so many like big people's accounts? Like a lot of the people like content creators and stuff, they know what they're doing. Like there's a lot of people who got hacked that work in like IT and stuff that know how the hell not to get hacked, right? Like I can understand when like you know, your mom gets hacked because she has no idea what she's doing on the internet, or your little brother gets hacked because he presses random buttons and he downloads a keylogger trying to look at porn. But like most people know what they're doing online, and it's like it's really hard to hack like people who know what they're doing at least. Yeah, it's true that they're not a startup. They still have. It's true that they do have 1,500 employees. Like they're definitely small, but they're not that small. Like Honkai was not big, but man, like 1,500 employees is not small. Like this game is much more popular than Honkai, but Honkai is not a dead game either, right? Like there's still many hundreds of thousands of players, right? Like this is many millions, but the thing is that, you know, they also invested like hundreds of millions of dollars into advertising, so they definitely knew their game was going to get at least semi-big, right? Like it's not like they were completely unprepared for something that they had no idea was going to happen. Okay. Now let's see. Let's go see if I can find. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go here. Yeah, they definitely could outsource it. I agree. They're making so much money. It's not hard to outsource it. How many players have been hacked? I don't actually know. I know that almost all content creators have been hacked so far, and I do know that there's been like hundreds and hundreds of people posting about getting hacked, but I couldn't tell you like the number in terms of like how big the amount of people who are playing. I can guarantee you it's their fault though. Like whatever they say, it's definitely their fault. They definitely have been compromised. They can't say it out loud. They can't go and say, "Oh yeah, we've been compromised. It's our fault," because then this lawsuits and the refunds are going to be up the freaking ass. But it's definitely that what happened. They definitely got like either they got hacked or their shit got leaked, or it was just their bad security. But it's definitely their fault. Genshin runs in elevated mode. If someone finds a way to load something onto your... Yeah, that sounds scary. That sounds scary, Krasmus. Yeah, MiHoYo has definitely been dropping the ball pretty hard, to be honest. I really loved the game at the beginning. I was really happy with a lot of stuff, and I definitely love the gameplay of the game, but I'm really disenchanted with MiHoYo in general. Also, one thing that you guys don't really know in terms of content creators is, like, you know, I've been a content creator for this game since March, and I applied through their forums, and, you know, you talk to some people, and they get you in, and then they promised us a list of stuff that they would give us. They said, like, you know, you'd get like merchandise, you'd get like help, advice about, not advice, but like info about what's coming, to prepare videos, and, like, you know, as a content creator, I'm not an expert, but I've been doing like it for a little while now, and I've had a lot of companies like reach out to us, even pay us to make videos and stuff, and they always provide you like some information. They make you sign an NDA so that you don't spoil it and leak it, but they provide you information, they provide you with some knowledge about the game, they provide you about like a lot of stuff, right? And they promise you like some rewards, and eventually sometimes they pay you, or sometimes they give you in-game rewards. And even in the beta, we were promised like so much reward for creating content. Not because, like, in the beta, who cares about the beta, right? Like, it's a beta. But we were, like, beta testing, right? We were content creators making videos about their game for free to get advertisement. And they promised us so much, and we didn't get a single thing that they promised. Not one. They didn't deliver on one single promise. The only thing they did is they make a Discord, and then they gave us a content creator role, and then they ignored, like, MiHoYo ignored the Discord forever. Like, they still ignore it to this day. Like, they don't ever answer any content creator's question, they don't ever help, they don't ever give information, and now they gave rewards for the first time since the beta, and it was 1,000 Primo Gems, which is worth shit for most of us. Like, they've been doing a lot of false promises, and they've not been delivering at all. It's been very, very sad how not good they've been at managing the content creator and the Discord. It's been pretty disappointing, to be honest. And you know, the sad thing is that they didn't even tell like the content creators like when they got in or not. Like, you know, we didn't even get the 1,000 Primo Gem, even though we're like, you know, we do a decent amount of videos and decent amount of views. Like, I would say we're definitely top 10 most viewed content creators for Genshin Impact, if not maybe like even top like 7 or 8, because obviously there's like a few that are really big one, but like we generate like 2.5 million views a month on Genshin Impact, so we definitely have views, and we didn't even get in, and they didn't tell us why. They didn't say anything. They literally just removed our content creator tag on Discord and didn't say anything. And it's like, okay, well, why? We don't know. Like, we didn't break any rules. No videos got strike. We don't have any issues. We don't have any problem. They didn't ban anything. They just didn't feel like saying, and then they just didn't do anything. It's like, and I'm saying that me as like us, but then when that happened, we talked about like there was at least 100 content creators that are like from like 1,000 to like 10,000 subscribers that I was either chatting with in the Discord or like that I just knew from knowing them from the Discord as well, and they all got removed as well without being told why. They didn't say anything. They only chose about 100 content creators, and then they removed everybody else without saying anything. Even though they've been doing videos since the beta, we've been promoting their game like crazy, putting the links everywhere, telling people how to play, like, and they just didn't care, never answered. And then everybody like asked them like, what did you guys do? Like, why did you get removed? Like, we are not purposefully not posting about leaks just to be like in compliance. And meanwhile, there's people who like post about leaks like crazy who got in, and it was like, it's basically just kind of like corrupted at the end of the day. It's kind of what we realized. They don't really give a crap. Like, they don't. You know, it's not a really great way to make an impression online. They really just seem to be about the money, and that's about it. And that really is disappointing to us. You know, like, we really expected a lot better from them. That's for sure. You might have said one negative thing. Yeah, I mean, we might have, but actually, like, we were like really like big shills for the company for a long time. I mean, I'm definitely now more critical now, but I've been a very big shill of MiHoYo and Genshin for a very long time. It launched our entire YouTube channel like into new depths. Like, I mean, we are very careful about not saying things, but I mean, like, you know, if you say one thing of your opinion that's not what they agree with, you get removed. That's how it is. I mean, it is sadly a very common thing in that kind of like company and culture, I guess. Lucas, thanks for the $5, by the way. Thanks for spreading awareness of this critical issue. I posted the link for OP's update in chat. Thank you, Lucas. Thank you very much. Well, thank you for the support, and thank you for posting that link. Very appreciated. Yeah, it is bitter for Mario. It's really just kind of like shitty. I mean, it's just kind of like, you know, at the end of the day, we don't really care that much because we do, like, you know, it's not like MiHoYo's giving us any income. Like, we have a lot of views and we are growing and we're really happy, and like we're making some money from YouTube and we're making like enough to basically keep doing this. But you know, we invest a lot of our own money just to make content. Instead, they could just be giving us like some help for character buildings and stuff, and it would be so much easier to, like, the reason that I haven't made guides on Diona and shit before, I don't have the materials. I can't build them, and I'm spending hundreds of dollars just to get materials, and it's not even that, like, it's not even available. Like, I can't keep spending so much money just to get resin, just to farm material. Like, it just doesn't make any sense, and they're really not helping themselves, you know. I know they're putting copyright strike, but they can, like, Rising Gale, the way it works when you create content, no, it's not the same Lucas. I mean, it is, his name is Lucas, but it's not the one that you know or that was here before. But let's see. Yeah, the way it works, as a content creator is that there's a law that's called the fair use, and you are allowed to use content and talk about it as long as it's your opinion and you create something original. So like, you can use as much game content as you want and talk about it in as many negative lights, and they can't copyright strike you because it is fair use. You're allowed to your opinion. You can't be censored for disagreeing what they can actually copyright strike you is using gameplay footage from the beta that is under NDA, which is what happened to Demon. He got a strike because he posted a fight of child from the beta, which was clearly from the beta because they had like stuff that says like tests, whatever. And that's not allowed. That is not content that you're allowed to use. That content is under NDA and it was obtained illegally. Now, this is completely legal because it's completely open. It's available. You can't get... If they copyright strike our confront it or whatever. You would like dispute it and we would win. So it would be how it is, yeah. Yeah, Trovo. I mean, I won't say Trovo saved us because we were still like our YouTube is still growing right now and we're still doing very well. But definitely, I would say that Trovo really helps us have a much better plan on the future for sure. But yeah, I would definitely call for agreeing with a no more polls or a a boycott of MiHoYo until they start fixing shit. But sadly, I don't really know if it will happen. But I mean, our plans for the future are still to be playing Genshin. I mean, we're going to be playing Cyberpunk a lot starting tomorrow. We're going to be making tons of guides and we're going to be streaming it a lot. But we'll still log on then Genshin every day and do our dailies, right? But like, as you see right now in the game, I'm doing nothing, right? Like, there's nothing to do. Like, I have level 90 characters. I've cleared the Abyss. I've done my resin. I've spent my fragile resin. I've refreshed the resin with the primal gems. Like, there's nothing that I can keep doing, right? Like, if you look on Twitch right now, Genshin Impact has like 10,000 viewers. World of Warcraft, a 16-year-old game, has like 200,000, right? Like, it's just this game is not it's dying off when you reach the end game for like content creators. There's not much left to stream, right? But we're still gonna be playing, and then we're gonna keep releasing videos about like updates and leaks and stuff like that because we don't care now. We're gonna post about leaks. So we're obviously always just for information, right? We're just trying to share what might be coming so people can save in advance and know in advance. It's not about like, you know, don't take that for granted. It's just about knowing what might be coming, some indication if you are worth saving for, blah blah blah. But we're gonna keep posting, and when the 23rd hit and the new patch hits, we're gonna be playing and streaming it all day, and we're gonna make guides about the new content. Like, we're gonna keep making Genshin content for our community. But it is very, you know, it's very sad that this is happening. We are definitely going to be making probably a video soon about like this whole situation of hacking and stuff. I just need to do more research to know what to recommend people to do to be safe, because I don't want to give information that's not accurate, and then I don't want people to get hacked. And I want to make sure that I know what I'm talking about, so I need to do more research. But yeah, but we're definitely going to be playing a lot of Cyberpunk for the next little future. Yeah, we need to make this a trend. I mean, it definitely is something that would be pretty good to make a trend, because the Chinese players are doing it. The Chinese players are doing, they're doing this boycott, like they're not spending. And me and Alex are not going to pull on the next banner, most likely, especially if it's Albedo. We're not going to pull, so... Yeah, that's the problem with Envy. He's done with his content. There's nothing of, like, as a free-to-play player, there's nothing left for him to showcase, right? He's done the content. That is, I mean, the same kind of as us. But yeah, he did get hacked too. That's true. He did get hacked. I mean, I feel like everyone who made a video about it is like, it's all because he got hacked. I don't want to wait until I get hacked to make a video about it, but I feel I don't also get repetitive. Everybody's been talking about it. But I mean, I feel like I should make a post about like what to do to stay secure, and the fact that MiHoYo is dropping the ball pretty hard. Or date of birth and SSI number in this chat. Yes, Gambit. Vox, it is coming out on the 10th, but okay, so it's actually coming out at so it's coming out on the 10th, Cyberpunk, but in Polish time, right? That's where they're from, Poland. So for us in America, it's actually coming out at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Or no, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, if you are on console, on PS4 and Xbox, it's at midnight tomorrow. If you are on the computer, it's at 3 p.m. or 6 p.m. tomorrow that Cyberpunk is coming out. So I don't know, if you're playing on a computer and you're on the West Coast, you'll be able to play it at 3 p.m. tomorrow. So in less than like 18 hours or something. Yeah, there's also a big complaint about Zhongli right now. So it's definitely there's Zhongli, there's the security, there's a lot like the resin. Like that's everybody's forgot about the resin issues. Now, of course, it's not that bad for casual players, but for players like us, like I've been saying this for a while now. Yeah, like, in terms of artifact farming in resin, like there's the only thing you really have to do right now, like me and most of you guys who are like level 80, 90 would beat the abyss. There's nothing left to do other than farming resin stuff, right? Like this chaos device, I don't need it. I have leveled up more weapons and my artifacts. I don't like my characters and my weapons are leveled up already, most of them, right? For my core characters. Once you have 8 leveled up weapons and 8 like geared characters, you don't need more. You can do more for fun, but you're gonna reuse weapons and stuff anyways, right? So like you only need resin in this game to do anything, and that has not gone away. They made it higher limit, but like you can go in this domain at level 50 and get 1 piece of this every time. I mean, you're not gonna get 1, but you're gonna get 1 orange piece every time, right? You can farm this for 180 resins worth, which takes 24 hours to generate if it was 180. So in an entire day, you get 180. You can spend 180 resin every single day for an entire year, 365 days. And farm this set only with that resin. Nothing else in the game. Only this set. And after 1 year, you might not even get a perfect 5-piece set. That's how bad the drop rates are. Now, how the hell do they justify not giving us more resin to farm this kind of shit? I don't mind farming 4 hours a day. That's what these games are supposed to be about. It's a grind. But you can't. If you don't spend money and you do this Primogem garbage, you can't. And even if you do, it's limited to 6 times per day. So it's like, what are we like? What are you supposed to do? Like nothing. You're supposed to log off and go away, I guess. But like the rates are so bad. Like it's so bad. I don't understand. I don't understand how they think it's like allowed, and I don't understand why people are not fighting about it anymore. Let's see. It's kind of sad that they might react to Chinese players but don't care about the global community. That is sadly what happens every time there is a Chinese game. They never care about the global community, sadly. But yeah, at least the Chinese are fighting. Love my swords and knives. I might give the demo a try, see if I can do stealth in Cyberpunk. Yeah, I hope the stealth works well in Cyberpunk. 1 orange piece, you mean a lava walker and a defense person to the hourglass? That's exactly what I mean, sadly. That's exactly what I mean. The moan. Yeah, they did get hacked for sure, yeah. They work fine, but aren't efficient together. Wait, I made some question. I've been in Chongqing on the team with Diluc as well. Do you normally run Child and Diluc together? Yeah, no, I don't run them together at all. The only reason that Diluc is in this party is because I needed to mine the crystals, and he has a claymore. That's the only reason he's in this party. Usually they're in completely different teams in the Abyss. I'll show you what I usually run in the Abyss. You get MiHoYo don't deserve you guys. Well, thank you. I don't think they deserve a lot these days, sadly. What about the new floors that require 3 teams that might come out? I mean, is that just guesses, or is that like a leak? Because I haven't heard anything about that kind of stuff. I would love having a new floors with 3 teams, but for free-to-play players, that'll take even longer to ever reach. But I would love it if it was. But then again, I've been spending resin, and I've been being pretty efficient. I haven't really wasted a lot of experience, and I've been leveling up only 8 characters, and I have been refreshing resin for thousands of Primogems worth. Not every single day, but on a daily basis, I refresh a few hundred Primogems worth of resin for the last month and a half, and my artifacts are still garbage. Like Diluc has a few good pieces, and then he has pieces like this. Look at that, complete garbage. This one, pretty garbage as well. It's like hit and miss. It's obviously you would like you're missing crit, and it makes a big difference, right? Like I still need to farm artifacts for my Diluc like crazy. I have a few pieces and a few garbage pieces. My child, same thing. Like look at this piece. Like what the fuck is that? And then look at this piece. Like this is okay, but it didn't roll, so it's all in defense and HP. I need to farm so much gear for my current characters Now, my Diona has level 6 and level 9 and level 8 gear. My Fischl has level 16, 16. So, like, I'm getting there. Still 14, not leveled up. My Chi-Chi, 8, 13, 8, 8, 8. My Xiangling, 12, 16, 16. Still purple artifacts. Like, there's a lot of gear that I'm missing, right? Like, this one has pretty good gear. I have, like, half of my team geared up. Let's just say. About half of my team is very geared up, right? Well, how do you expect people, like, I still need to farm for this gear. How do you expect people to build a third team with this resin costs? Like, it's so hard. So hard. They just need to give us a way of farming something every day endlessly. Like, it's a single player game. Who cares if people get ahead, you know? I don't understand. Obviously, it's a fine game to play on very, very long term, but like for content creation, it's really hard. Like, it wouldn't cost them a lot to just give us more resin, or just make it so that you don't have to spend so much Parma on resin. Like, there's so many things they could do. Just small little fixes would be so much better. You know, they're just, if they only listen to some of the feedback from the players, like, it wouldn't be that hard. And what would it cost them? More, I guess it would cost them profit, so they don't care. And that's like, it's hard. Like, it sucks when it's that way, you know? Yeah, I want to show you guys my team here. I'm actually not even gonna use Chi-Chi anymore at this point. I mean, in this floor, I would probably use Chi-Chi for the ice, but otherwise I would use Chin-Q. I mean, now I have like one extra character, but this is kind of how I would probably do it, to be honest, once she gets gear. No, this is my usual teams, though. I mean, this is how I usually play this level. Sometimes I do this too. Let's see. This is how I technically usually play. But now I want to add Diona in here. But it's only for 412. What if you don't play online? Are you still possibly getting hacked? I mean, if you're talking about Genshin, you don't have a choice but to play online. Yeah, you've been doing full daily refresh for a long time, Super Saiyan. That's true. I remember that. Well, yeah, I mean, people do full refresh all day and still don't have optimal gear. Imagine the free-to-play. That's exactly what it is. It's really hard for this game for free-to-play. So, Klee, 2000 attack, 2899 on the Bennett, 350 with Noblesse, 157 attack. Does that seem worth it? I mean, it's definitely worth it in the sense that the alternative is just more healing on your Bennett that kind of is not very necessary when you're that geared. That's what I would say. The healing is not bad, but a fully geared Bennett will heal enough to fully heal you quite quickly. I mean, 150 attack is like, it's like 5% attack, right? It's, I mean, considering what you have. Is that what 5%? 150? I don't even know how to do math anymore. Times, yeah, I guess it's 5%. What's your opinion on leveling the world rank? I just said they are 45 and I'm afraid to level because my difficulty is free to play. I mean, if you have the materials ready to level up your main DPS characters to level 90 and their weapons level 90, the content will not get that hard. If you're like lacking the materials, then wait. It makes, like, you know, me, when I got to level like the world rank to level 90, I instantly made my child and my Diluc level 90 and they destroyed everything, right? But they had really good level 90 weapons as well. They're like, my supports are still level 70 and it doesn't matter, right? It really means if you can take your like two main characters level 90, then it's fine. Can't wait for Diana. As soon as I end this stream, I'm going to finish up my Gen and post it. So that'll be pretty soon. Yeah, that's fair, Rising. I mean, Jean is definitely a great character. Definitely great. The only thing I can do as a free-to-play is trick someone. I've been farming the Diluc artifact for the last 2 weeks. The best I got was a crit rate hat with no damage. Yeah, I mean, I find that really sad, to be honest. Either improve the artifact drop, like like make it so that certain piece cannot. Like, you don't want healing on a Crimson Witch helmet. Like, you know, remove a few stats that are useless on some artifacts, or give us more resin. Because right now the game feels really like heartbreaking when you're farming for days. Like, I spent 45 fragile resin on farming artifacts for Chal and Diluc, and I have like half garbage artifacts to show for it. It's like I saved up for 3 weeks my fragile resin only to get garbage from it. It feels just heartbreaking. I just wish they gave, like, I'm not saying they have to start giving primo gems and resin to everybody like by the thousands. I'm just saying fix or tweak your system a little bit so that it doesn't feel as heartbroken to spend your like 3 weeks of saving fragile resin only to get half garbage gear. Like, fix it a little bit, make it a little bit more worthwhile, make the artifact, just fix it a little bit. Like, I'm not asking for the moon and to game, like, just listen to the community a little bit and add a little bit of the fixes in there, you know, like just a little bit better rewards or ratio or more res, like just something. Just pretend that you're listening to the community at least. Do anything, you know. Look at this Anemo damage bonus, Witch of Heart Flames. Woohoo! That's some great gear there. Hey, more Lava Walker Circlet with HP. Okay. Hey, defense. Okay, we're doing great here. We're doing great. Attack. I mean, those are actually not terrible. I mean, this one is actually not terrible. This one's not. I mean, if this one would rolled crit damage, it would be good. Healing bonus. Look at that. Healing bonus, Witch Hearts. Ooh. Whoa. That's some great shit. So, like, I spent maybe, like, what, 280 Primo Gems today? I mean, I spent, like, 300 Primo Gems on Risen, and I got nothing from it. Not one of the artifacts I farm is usable. Not one. So, that's what it is, you know what I mean? I mean, I could technically use one of these now. Like, they're not terrible. I'd have to level it up and see if it rolls properly. And if it doesn't roll properly, then it's garbage. Like, if this one doesn't, it rolls into defense instead of crit rate, then I have to skip it and, like, change it. Like, that's what it is. That's what's sad about it. HP one. Can you ask Trovo to add an option to stream on your TV? Actually, they are working on it. It is being added as we speak. Your thoughts on me being against pure healer Gene with healing difference being marginal? I mean, if your character is able to heal you without having like optimal healing gear, then the thought is like use it. If in level Abyss 12 you never die and you have enough healing when you want it, then there's no issue. But that requires gear, and it's like a good character with good gear and stuff. If you have that, you don't need it. That's why my Bennett doesn't use healing gear. I don't need the healing gear. But if you do need it, use it. You know, it's gonna depend. Your constellation, your gear, all that's gonna change that. So it's gonna be up to you, right? But if you find it fine, you don't need it. I saved all fragile resin for 45 and didn't get a single power cup and only one crit damage helm. That's exactly what it is. I find that so sad. So sad. I changed my profile icon as Amber. No hacker will bother. That's funny. Let's all change our icons to Amber. Let's all do that. Yeah, it would be nice if you could reroll one substats. Like, or if you could reroll the main stat. You go to the vendor and you spend like resin or some currency you have to farm. And you can reroll and have a chance of something better. Like in Diablo, you can do that, right? That's something that they need. Yeah, or more resin would be great too, or just faster resin farming time, faster resin ring time. You only rolled into energy recharge on that artifact. That's sad, Vanessa. Sorry to hear that. Attack, crit rate, crit damage, energy recharge, and you just got energy recharge. Like, what the hell? Yeah, I understand what you mean, Super Saiyan. I have 153 5-star artifact, no Geo Cup 5-star. Jesus, that's crazy. Yeah, the rates are so bad. The game punishes you for playing. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, you want to see what I have on these cups? Look at that. Anemo damage bonus, electro damage bonus. I mean, this one's actually good. So where are my witch hearts? There it is. Cryo damage bonus, physical damage bonus, cryo damage bonus. Yeah, it's always that. HP, nice. Anemo damage bonus on. I have so many random like what is this? Like why does this set even roll cryo damage? Like, or like why even allow it to roll? Let's see, crit damage. Did I get a better one? Attack. If this one rolled crit damage, but like, and the other problem right now is that until I get a flower that has crit damage and crit rate, it's never worth, like, until they're perfect, they're never worth rolling for. So until I find a really perfect one, I don't want to roll for one. Like, I don't want to invest in rolling because it's so expensive to get artifacts level 20. That's also resin that you need to spend to farm artifacts, right? So like, this one's not bad, but it's missing crit rate, and this one is like, it's missing crit rate. Now, if I got a crit rate one here, like, I do have one with crit rate. I don't actually have one with crit rate. Never mind. If I could get maybe if I rolled this one with crit rate, but then it would still be missing crit damage. So I like, why bother at that point? Like, this one's not bad. At least I got a good one there. And look at this one, 2.7% crit rate. I mean, at least it has energy recharge for Bennett. Now I need to level up this one and see if it rolls crit damage. If it rolls crit damage, it's usable. Otherwise, it's garbage. That's what it is. Let's see what it does. And Elemental Mastery. So it's not terrible, but it's basically garbage for me at this point. I mean, the only thing that could be good is that because this is a gladiator, I could put the other one, and then I could replace this with a better power damage one that's not from the set. That's from a different set. Like, I could go for one of these, I guess. I mean, I don't have a lot of choices. I could go for either this one or this one. I mean, this one, if it rolled with crit rate. But this just shows you, like, the amount of fucking 5 stars that I have. And, like, I have 1 power damage bonus here only. Like, if this one rolled with crit rate, it would be godly. Is it going to roll with crit rate? Probably not. What happened with microtransaction only being cosmetics? That was a long time ago. Hey, look at that defense. Now, basically unusable. Like, it's such a it's really like not a fun system. I mean, it doesn't feel very fun. Like, to grind and get like disappointed all the time. You know what I mean? The end game is artifact farm. Yeah, basically the end game is artifact farm, and you can farm for a year and not get what you want. So you can go on to Genshin Impact, spend 2 hours a day farming artifacts for the rest of the year, well, for the entire 2021 year, and in 2022 you can come and have less good artifacts in my Diluc just because of your luck. That's how bad it is. This gliding event is... Yeah, the gliding event is also pretty lackluster. Not a big fan. Does Barbara need Elemental Mastery? No, she needs HP. Only HP. I mean, for all of you guys who are talking about Mario and stuff in the chat, I definitely agree with you guys. Of course, there's a lot of flaws with Mario. You know, I would encourage everybody to try and go like share your opinions on Discord, not on Discord, but on Reddit and in the feedback form here. Write feedback. If thousands of us send feedback and like saying that this game is like lacking some stuff and we're unhappy and stuff. And if you go on the Reddit and share your opinion and agree and upvote the post talking about it, it will have a bigger impact. You know, if everybody stands together and, you know, the ones who want don't spend anymore. Like, you know, stop spending, don't roll on the albedo banner. Like, I think the biggest thing everybody can do is not roll at all on the next banner. Whatever it is, like, just at least for the first, like, week or two, just to send a message, you know, that could be great. That would be, you know, some of the only things that could actually change MiHoYo's mind. That's what the Chinese are doing. What's good? More important, good set bonus or good main stat and substats? I think the most important thing is the good main stat, and then the set bonus, and then the substats. But like on a carry like Diluc, you definitely want 4 pieces of his set, but you don't want them with HP, right? But if you have attack instead of like, I mean, attack is fine here, but if you have attack instead of power damage and you have attack instead of crit, it's going to be better still than not having the set, but HP is not going to be better, right? So some stats, like attack is not as beneficial as crit or power damage, but it's still okay. Energy recharge is okay, but not great. Like, there's some stats that are less worse than others. But the main stat is definitely really important. And then the set bonus is really important. The substats are not as important. They obviously have a big value. Like it is important, but not as important. Good night, Vampire. I sent like 6 feedback posts. Yeah, I mean, you and many are sending feedback, but the more people do it, the better it is, you know? There we go. Look at all my crystals. I gotta go eat lunch. Have a good night. Hey, thank you. Have a good night, or a good lunch, I should say. Thank you for coming around. See you probably, hopefully tomorrow. We need the weekly bus to cost no resin. I agree. I agree. That's what I did today. I spent all my resin on that shit. For support official, what is your artifact build? This is my artifact build for support official. So, Thundering Free 2-piece, Gladiator Finale 2-piece, and I have attack, electro damage, and crit damage. Elemental Crucible was so bad, yeah, that was terrible. But yeah, Shooting Stars was not too bad. The Glider event is garbage, though. Yeah, I mean, as Deb, the problem is that right now the security is the biggest issue that they're not fixing. At least if they fix that, there are other things, but yeah. Cyberpunk is taking my time from here on out. Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely be spending a lot of our time. I mean, we'll be streaming more hours per day than we were before. So we'll still be streaming some Genshin here and there. But Cyberpunk is going to be like something we're going to be focusing on pretty heavily for the next few days at least, or a few weeks, I should say. Yeah, they need to make a fix to the resin system in some way or another. Like, just, they need to change something about the resin system, no matter what. Something needs to change. Either artifacts are like less garbage, like drop rolls, or you can reroll artifacts, or you can get more resin. There just needs to be something that's changed, because as it is right now, the game is losing a lot of people. As soon as people hit a certain threshold and the late game, they run out of stuff to do and they quit the game, and it's really not healthy for the long terms of this game, right? There's still plenty of people who are playing and they're still in the early stages of the game, but anybody who reaches the end game starts like getting burnt out and leaving because it's not rewarding anymore for those players. And that means that everybody's going to eventually reach that point. So that's what's scary. It's like for the future of the game, they need to do something. I'm hyped. Yeah, I'm very hyped. I mean, by this time tomorrow, we'll be streaming Cyberpunk. Why hating gliding event? I mean, I'm not saying I don't hate it, but it's just, it's kind of like, I don't know. It doesn't feel. I don't find the gliding to be very fun in this game in general. Like the event, I basically, I mean, I did it on stream earlier today, right? I just kind of did whatever the hell, and I sucked pretty hard, and I got the event done, and now I'm done. I'm not gonna do it again. Like, there's no repetition. Like, there's no reason. You go there, you get rid of it, and then you're done. It takes 5 minutes, and it's an event, right? It gives reward and all that stuff. It's nice, but like, wouldn't it be so much nicer if, first of all, it was longer and harder? And then there was like a button here. You click the button. It's like leaderboard. Here are the top scores of everybody in the world. And then because it's a longer and more complex, you know the score will matter. And then people are like, oh shit, this guy did such a high score. How did he do it? And like, may try and like, right as it stands right now, you go, you do it in 5 minutes to get rid of it, and then you never think of it again. And that's not a very fun game mechanic when you're getting rid of stuff just for the sake of getting rid of it for the reward. Like, they could have added so much fun factor to it. And I also don't love the gliding system. It's kind of buggy. Then you jump up, you go too high. It's just, it's interesting, but it's kind of like not great, especially for mobile players. I just wish there was like a little bit more to it. Cyberpunk went tomorrow. I just sent feedback. Well, that's good. Congrats. I mean, thank you, or congrats, either. Have you tried doing this mobile event on mobile? No, I have not. This gliding event on mobile, I do not even want to think about it. Did you guys have the meeting about Cyberpunk? Yes. Not that it was really a meeting. Just kind of like we're trying to figure out, like, we want to release video guides for the game as early as possible in order to get, like, you know, some traction online. But we also want to stream the game, so we have to do, like, we have to play the game, figure out what guides need to be made, and then make the guide. But one of us has to stream, and one of us has to make the guides. But once you've done the game and you've found out the thing, you can't make the guide for something you already done. So we have to, like, kind of like plan ourselves. Most likely Alex is going to be streaming for the first like 10 hours of the release, and I'm going to be playing in the background but making guides, and then we're going to switch turn the next day kind of thing. But we do have to figure out what guides we're going to have to be making early on. If it was harder, I wouldn't be able to do it. I mean, if it was harder, but you can get the reward even if you're not amazing, but then it could be harder and having a competition aspect for people who are really good and want to try pushing, so that you can spend more than 5 minutes. So you would get your rewards and you would be done with it. Be like, okay, I'm terrible at this, I hate this, I'm not doing the grinding anymore. But other players could actually do it and compete with each other because they enjoy it, you know. So it would be more content for everybody. Imagine you could actually control your gliding speed by facing down. Yeah, imagine. I find the event in this game kind of disappointing, I have to be honest. Yeah. How much is Cyberpunk? I think it's $60 US. It's $80 Canadian. What's this streamer name? My name? I mean, it's Xoraz or JM. Reesby didn't let you play Street Boy. No, actually, Xeno is the one who wanted to play with. He wanted to play Corpo at first, and I was going to be Street Kid, but then he changed his mind, and he wants to be Street Kid because of the romance with the girl or whatever. That would make Traversals much clearer interacting with the control. Yeah, I know, I agree. You think you'll get a Christmas event on this game? I don't think so, no. I exactly for the reasons you said. So because when the game released, there was no event for the Chinese festival going on, right? Like when the game was released, there was something happening in China, like an event, and they didn't make an event about it in the game, and the Chinese players were like super upset because of that. I don't think they'll ever make a like event for Christmas and Halloween and stuff because they're not their events, and they're not Chinese events. Like they don't celebrate the holidays. And the Chinese players would be too pissed off if they made events and they skipped theirs. You know, they could make events for both communities, but then there would be too many events, I guess. I don't know. I don't think they're going to make a Christmas event. I think we're going to see nothing. Same for Halloween. We're going to have like a stupid event on Discord where people can send screenshots of themselves and get rewarded 50 Prima Gems for it. And that's about it. Are you going to pull for Guan Yu? I'm not sure. I am skeptical of how good Guan Yu is going to be, as much as she seems like a cool character. Charge shot archer doesn't sound like very good in this current meta, but we'll have to see. But I only will pull for her if she's good. But at this point, I don't really like if she's a main DPS. I don't have a need for her. I don't want to replace Diluc or Child for an archer. I have an archer. It's Child, and I don't want two archers as main DPS. So if she's a main DPS, I'm not gonna pull for her. If she's a support, I think Diana's gonna be better. I don't know. I don't know what her kit is supposed to be about. I'm not sure. I'm not planning on pulling for her much. If I pull for her, it would be to make a guide at this point. I've seen the Immortal Phoenix Rising. The gliding seems better than this game for sure. But yeah. If you guys are getting lag on my stream, it is possible that it is my fault, guys. My computer is not the best computer in the world, and I order computers. I will hopefully, like, I'm lagging a bit right now. When I stream and I have music and chats and stuff, it seems like my computer has a little bit of issue handling it. So I do not always have the highest performance, but I have a new computer. My computer is a laptop, right? So I'm gonna get a desktop pretty soon, which will most likely fix a lot of the lag. Are you going to pull for Xiao? I mean, I might, but again, I don't need another DPS in my team. I don't want to reinvest to level 90 for a new character for a while. But maybe Xiao, because it's in a long time. Maybe by then there'll be 3 different teams that you'll need for the Abyss, so maybe then. If anything, Xiao is the only character that I'm hyped about that's coming in the future. I don't even know what my specs are, to be honest. I don't know them by heart. Hey, welcome back, Onins. The next event is a cooking delivery. Jesus, that sounds painful. When are you getting your new PC? I mean, it's technically supposed to be this week or next week at the latest, so soon. I may pull for Ayaka if Mario fixes their shit by then. Yeah, I actually would like Ayaka too. Hi, good morning. Hello. If they nerf Xiao, they will be dead. They'll die. The hard thing about making guide on Cyberpunk is that the best choices made and life path option in Quest won't be available to everybody. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I mean, I think we'll make guides on like tips, maybe like ways to earn money, some like how does the cyber, because there's a lot of like cyber implants and weapons enhancement shit that will be different. So like how does how does this scope work, and how to make this scope better, and how to farm money, and how to like these kind of guides. And like just general tips, but obviously it won't like a lot of the stuff is like based on your own gameplay. So do you keep catching and Razor as DPS can clear 12 without any 5-star heroes? Definitely, but you'll definitely need to bring some fire characters with them. I realize I'm a sub. Yeah, I mean, I think it was the other day when Jake came and bought like 10 subs or 20 subs or something. I think you got a sub then. Those guided weapon. Yeah, I know, right? I am very excited for those guided weapons. Oh, that's interesting, Che. That you lived there for 10 years. I do agree. I've been to China myself. There is definitely more shade. Like, there is a lot of corporation that are pretty greedy and bad, but that's not only China. That's the entire world. But it is true that a lot of the game companies, they are really after the money and don't always answer to the community. But there's plenty of small gamer companies that are perfectly fine. Just MiHoYo doesn't seem to be doing very well right now in terms of like a lot of the issues. But, it's definitely a lot of shades of gray. I would have to agree. But it is also very different than how the rest of the world operates. So it's really hard for the worldwide audience to understand how China operates too. But sometimes I think they do judge it a bit too harshly. Is Xiao coming? No, Xiao is not coming until February. Any story leaks, please? Story leaks about what, Cyberpunk? I don't have any story leaks. I haven't leaked myself. I don't have any story leaks about Genshin either. Those are not really leaks, those are spoilers, and I really don't like do much spoiler anything. Leaks are one thing about items, but spoiler for the story, I try not to do any of that. With me hyped for the catching Ayaka combo, I mean, I think Ayaka and catching are going to be two main DPS that are going to have to be on different teams, to be honest. But I mean, I don't know. My Diana will replace Barber on Dragon Spine. Yeah, that's a good bet there. You think Favonius Warble is good? No. Energy recharge on Child? No. You're gonna be better using something with attack. I want raids. Yeah, I know. I wish there was raids. Yeah, you have to use a VPN everywhere. I remember when I went to China, I had to use a VPN for everything, even to talk to my girlfriend in Skype and shit. Yeah, everything is banned in China. Facebook, YouTube, Google, all of it. You can't use anything. But you can VPN very easily. Who is Tsaritsa? It's like it's one of the Fatshuis, I think, right? I mean, I know she's one of the Fatshuis, but she's one of the she's basically the leader of Sheznaya, I think. Which is where Child comes from. Like, there's all the Harbingers. I think she's their leader. Oh no, she's the Archon. Yeah, so she's the Venti of the Cryo region, basically, or the Venti or the Zhongli of the Cryo region. But she's not she's a bad guy so far in the story. Sad I didn't get Chi-Chi. Oh, I'm actually starting to favor Diona to Chi-Chi, so don't be too sad. Oh, sorry guys. So yeah, I mean, once I'm done this stream, I'm gonna be making my guide for Diona. I mean, it's done. I'm gonna be uploading my guide for Diona, is what I should say. I want to show you guys something. Yeah, VPNs are illegal, but you use them, but they are technically illegal. And if you get caught, you can go to jail. Actually, that's the scary part about China. You have to use a VPN to do anything, but if you get caught using one, you can get sent to jail, which is pretty sketchy. Do you watch UFC? No, I don't. The only sports that I really watch is hockey. As a Canadian, obviously, it's kind of like our thing. But now it's with COVID, everything kind of died down, and I haven't been following many sports for a while. What is MC's sister doing? I don't really know about that yet. It's pretty deep in the storyline. She's kind of like with the bad guys, but okay. Let's get this one leveled. Is there a better cup than this? I guess not. Any more damage bonus? Go break yourself. This one's good. I need a cup with HP here. I guess, I mean, this one has HP. I need a better thing with HP. This one has like no, I mean, I guess it has HP there, so it won't have down there, but it could have one HP thing. Yeah, this one, HP and HP, but crit rate, really? I'll level this one up for now. I hope MiHoYo will add vodka as a potion. I know, right? A Walker Salvation. Oh, this one's really good. Why am I not using that one? Use that one. Okay, move this one. Attack, I don't care. Attack, yeah. Okay. What if I use VPN for Mao? I don't. What is Mao? You're a Canadians fan? I mean, technically yes, because that is the city that I'm from, Montreal. But they suck. So, I mean, they've been sucking a lot lately. So the way I do hockey is I always root for whichever team is doing the best. Now I live in Vancouver, so I root for the Canucks. I love the Calgary ones as well because that's where my the Winnipeg Jets, because that's where my girlfriend is from, and I love the Montreal Canadiens, but I usually root for any of them. Do you recommend cryo damage or cup? Or I do recommend health, not cryo damage, but I will have the entire video soon. It will depend. If you have sacrificial bow in the first constellation, you don't need energy recharge. If you don't, you can do energy recharge. I visit Calgary. Nice. Yeah, I've never been to Calgary. I've been to Montreal and I've been to Vancouver. I mean, BC and Quebec and Toronto, I guess. C0 Diana Worth, yes. Wait, let me see this feather. Oh, this one has HP. What about the locked one? I had a locked one somewhere. Oh yeah, there it is. I mean, it's energy recharge, it's the same, I guess. It's fine. Yeah, so for Diona, for those of you who asked, I'm going to try and go over it quickly, even though my guide will be... Chinkyu C6, I mean, Chinkyu C6 is amazing. But if you have two characters at level 78, like, I mean... Chinkyu C6 is broken, though. I would definitely level it up. It's too broken. I'm a Toronto fan and it's depressing. Yeah, I didn't mention Toronto because it's just kind of like it's kind of just a lost cause, sadly. Let me see. Okay, so Diona. So if you have Sacrificial Bow and or Forest Constellation, her energy recharge is a lot easier to handle. So you do not necessarily need energy recharge here. You always go HP here, and you can go HP or healing bonus here, like this. It's both very good. If you want to make her just have very strong shields, just go HP everywhere. If you want to make her more of a healer and use the ult to heal a lot, then healing here and energy recharge here is good. Now, the shielding build is most likely better, but if you want to keep the shields up, you need to switch to her like all the time in your rotation and keep shielding and shielding. And if you're not good at dodging, your shield will break and then you won't have a lot of healing source, right? So it depends on your gear level and the strength of your DPS and your healers. I would recommend that if your team is a bit weak and you're not really far into the abyss, I would focus more on healing than shield. Shield is more of a late game build. So HP is more late game. Energy recharge, HP, and healing bonus is more safe and more early game viable, I would say myself. Okay. Let's get this level 16. HP, defense, mental mastery. I'm gonna give a shit about Lava Walker anyways. How much time it took you to get this many 5 stars? I mean, since the game launched, spending a lot of resin and a lot of Primogem and money. Wish we have more time to know Barbara, the story. Yeah, I wish so too. She's a very cool character, but she is just the fact that she makes the whole team wet all the time is so disappointing, to be honest. I have something with HP here instead of this, but there's just nothing. Enhance this one then. Is the weapon banner any good to pull as free-to-play? I would never pull on the weapon banner as a free-to-play. It's just too shitty, the ratios. You better spending your Primogems on getting 5-star characters. I also for the team that plays the best when I'm from football. Yeah, it is. I've seen some crazy shit being done for football or for soccer. Is Rust good for Diana? No. Diana, you want an energy recharge bow. So Favonius Warbow, which is the free-to-play bow that you get for free in the storyline, is really good. Otherwise, Sacrificial Bow is the best bow for her. No C6 fish, only C5. Well, I mean, at least you're one lucky pull away from getting C6, so Barbara makes everybody wet. Do Swirl crit? No, they do not. Rust is for DPS. Yeah, Sac is for Diana. Isn't the healing bonus just for wearing, just for the one wearing the artifact? I mean, it is, but Diana heals when she casts her heal. So if she has healing bonus, her ult heals for more, right? The artifact set also gives healing bonus, though. Over 150 viewers? Yeah, actually, it's really busy. But now I want to end this stream soon to go publish my Diona guide, but you guys are all here, so I don't know what to do. Need more heals? I mean, I personally find that he heals perfectly fine for the content available in the game, but it is definitely not a huge attack boost, but it's still an attack boost that goes to your whole party. Especially with characters like Fischl and stuff, you know, if you drop the bird, she has the attack boost, it applies to Fischl for her bird, and then you go on Child, and then, or Diluc, and then they attack, you know, that's the thing is, like, when you use Noblesse Oblige, Krasmus, you're going to go navigate through all your characters and cast their abilities, and they're all going to benefit from the boost of attack. So Fischl's bird, like Chinkyu's ult, you know, and like, even Xiangling's bear, all of these abilities are going to be one after the other boosted by the attack. And then you go on your main carry, and then he's going to do damage boost on the attack. So I think personally it's more worth it than healing bonus. But, you know, it's not like it's a huge difference. Every day 153 people join. Yeah, I mean it's well, every day more people join. Yeah, it's definitely getting busier and busier on Trovo. We hope that tomorrow when we do the Cyberpunk, it's busier too, because Genshin Impact has definitely died on YouTube. Like there's no one watching Genshin Impact anymore on YouTube, that is. But we hope that like we can attract newer and newer people on Cyberpunk when there's more and more people watching the streams and stuff. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for supporting and being here. It means a lot to us because we really are doing this full time now. Actually, I even have an article going in the newspaper about turning COVID into this, making a job for us, which is a pretty cool thing. So when I have the article, I'll let you guys know. But thank you guys for your support. Very appreciated. We really love being able to do this for a living now. We're not rich or anything, but we are very happy that this is a thing we can do, you know, for our life. It means a lot to us that you guys are watching and chilling with us and listening to me rant about random shit. Is it worth getting C2 plus Benny? No. Benny at C2 is like all you need. I mean, as a free-to-play, that is. HP walkouts. Look at all these freaking HP artifacts. I'm trying to get it level 16. That's great. Hey, thank you. The healing bonus only work on healing herself if she's wearing it and not the other character that are not healing. Actually, that's an interesting. That's interesting. Actually, I don't actually know this. I've been told that it's not that way, but it could be that way. I don't know. I have no idea. So the healing bonus here, does that mean that the character wearing this gets healed more themselves or applies more healing to everybody? Because if it's only for yourself, then it's obviously not good at all to use. But my Bennett uses that and it works well. I can test it actually. I have to go test it on my Bennett. Yeah, but Krasmus, if you use Bennett's ult first, then your Chinkyu ult is going to be boosted by 150 attack. Then your Diana's shield doesn't matter, obviously, because she's not boosted by attack. But then the Klee, I mean, I guess the Klee won't have it as much, but it will boost your Chinkyu ult, and then it will maybe boost your Klee. So it's boosting two characters, right? But for me, I mean, it's different. But for everybody has a different way. Like for me, I don't have that many defensive carries, and I use Diana, like I would use Diana before Bennett. But I don't use Diana and Bennett the same team, so. Your videos are great. I just stumbled to your YouTube. I don't regret Trovo. Hey, thank you, Tyrosol. Very appreciated. Love healing your rants. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the rants. Hey, good night, Gambit. I'm glad that you guys enjoy the streams. I mean, we'll keep having those streams. I don't stream every single day, but I try as much as I can. And Alex streams every single day. And then we'll be playing a lot of different games in the next few months and years. I mean, Cyberpunk, is gonna be a big one, but you know, we're gonna keep playing Genshin, we're gonna play Cyberpunk, and we're gonna keep on the lookout for any new games that are interesting and try them out. So yeah. Other team is Zeluk, he will manage. That's true. The healing bonus is for the entire party, healing receivers for the character that has it equipped. Yo, if you're still pushing Abyss, would you mind? I'm not pushing Abyss right now, to be honest. I will do it again at some point, but right now I have taken a break of the pushing Abyss thing because of the account security stuff and all that stuff. I just don't want to go into there right now. So the healing bonus, wait. Cyberpunk will keep me invested. Thank you, Tyrosol. Very appreciated. Thank you very much. Skyward Spine or Crescent Pike Refined 5. Which one is better for Zhongli? Skyward Spine. If you're not building him as a DPS, Skyward Spine. Even as a DPS, Skyward Spine is better. What's up with my username? The Midnight Noodle? Why, it doesn't change? Klee refused to go out to that scary fight. I can understand that Klee is definitely needing a lot of defense, though. I can understand. C2 Barbara, 15% higher damage on child. Yeah, it does work. It does work. Yeah, it does work well. Sucrose, Crown Piece, crit rate, or EM? It will depend on the way you build Sucrose. Looking forward to Diana again. Thank you. Is Diana a good healer than Barbara? I think so, yes. I mean, yes. Thank you, Che. That's very appreciated. I try my best to just be myself. I am a lot like I am in real life on this stream, so I'm glad that you enjoy. I mean, Dave, I would agree. Wait until 45. The longer you wait for resin spending, the better rewards. So I can't get a power damage goblet. I am, well, yeah, it's the world. This game is freaking annoying for that. What artifact on Xinyan support? I think you could go for Noblesse Oblige on Xinyan support, to be honest. But I'm not 100% sure how to build her yet either. I'll have to do more research. Okay, let me finish up this artifact. Now I need to test. I need to test out this theory of healing bonus. Party setup. I need Bennett's. So what we're testing right now, and that'll be probably the last thing I did before in this stream, because I want to go post that Diana guides. So my Bennett has I'm lagging. That's not fun. My Bennett has healing bonus on the circlet, which I think is best because it makes his healing better, but maybe that's wrong. So I'm gonna have to test it with and without how much he heals for. Where can I get? It does work like that. I mean, I that's what I thought, and it would be very bad if it wasn't working like that, but I can test it out just to make sure. Okay, let's take some damage. There we go. That's good damage. There, more damage. Is your ult ready yet? Oh, don't heal yourself with a black sword. Okay. Ow. So, let's see how much I heal for right now. So 4,800. So that's how much I heal for. Now, I can remove this piece and trade it with a crit rate piece. Now the set, nothing has changed set-wise, and you know there's 4% HP here and there's 400 HP here, so the difference is very, very minimal, very minimal. So now let's see how much I heal for. Let me take more damage here. Attack me, everyone. Attack me! You have to damage other characters. Why doesn't that work on himself? Yes, yeah, I guess you're right. You'd have to see on other characters. That's true. There. Burn. Can these guys attack me? Like, what is happening? Like... So I guess, yeah, the healing bonus will definitely apply to Bennett healing himself, because that would be the way it would work anyway. So now we have to see if the healing bonus applies to his heal when it's other characters than himself, or if the artifact only boosts the recipient or the owner of the artifact or the wearer of the artifact, that they get healed more themselves, which would be shitty. Okay, am I damaged enough? Okay. So this character is hurt. So let's see. We'll cast the ult. So his healing has definitely gone down. Now on him. So it is the same 3,500. 3,500. So I guess we'll have to test it one more time to make sure. Even though it seems pretty obvious already that it does work for everybody. So on Child, it healed 3,500. Now let's take more damage on Child. There we go. Hit me, hit me, hit me. Yep. Keep doing it. I guess I need to like charge this shit too. There, Sand and Fire. Man, how do you die in this game? That thing attacks you. Okay, I took enough damage. So we need to beat 3500 on Child. I'm pretty sure it will, because I know that my Bennett usually heals for like almost 5000, so. There we go. So let's heal. And yeah, see 4800. So it is obviously kind of what we thought. It just heals everybody more. It's just bonus that the character does in healing. It's at like 1300 healing per tick just for this artifact. So that's a lot of healing. FBI child abuse here. That's child abuse. Is it normal that my Bennett has 35k HP? It is if you build full HP artifacts everywhere. If you have HP everywhere, 25k is like pretty high. It's a higher limit. If you need crit, if you need to get an attack or crit in your artifact, you should add an artifact that has attack or crit damage. Oh yeah. So it does work the way you said. Yeah, definitely. Well, it was good to test though, because if it hadn't been working that way and we had not known, that would have been bad. That would have been bad. Bye. Thank you. Great joke. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. I want Sucrose to be my swirl reaction, crown piece, crate ray, EM, elemental mastery. So yeah, healing bonus on the head is good. Again, for Diona, it might be slightly different. For Bennett, it's definitely the best thing you can get. But for Diona, because her shields scale off HP, you know, you will want a lot of HP. Because you don't heal that much on Diona, because your characters don't really take damage. So, I mean, I can even show you guys. Actually, let me show it to you here. I did that earlier. It was fun. Hey, no problem, Miguel. Or Miguel. Mana spam, you're welcome. Thank you for all the mana spam, guys. Thank you for all the mana spam. Actually, yeah, perfect. Let me see. What is this here? Okay. I'm back. I'm back. Thanks for the Sucrose information. Hey, no problem. Peter, if you also want, here is a... Wait, is this work? I don't know if I added the link. I don't know if it works. No, I guess not. So never mind that command. There is a Sucrose guide that exists on the channel. The command doesn't work, but there is a Sucrose guide if you want to check it out. It has a lot of information about Sucrose. You'd have to just go on the channel and find it, though. Now I have to farm another week for it. Well, sorry to hear that, Kraz, but I'm glad that we found out this information. You didn't see me today? I did see you today. I answered your question earlier. You asked me when I was getting my computer, and I told you when I was getting it delayed. Not delayed, but this week or next week. What constellation do you have on Chinkyu and Bennett? My Bennett is full constellation. My Chinkyu only has one, though. Which is better for child team? Fischl, Diana, Bennett, or Fischl, Diana, Chinkyu? Well, Diana and Bennett are kind of like both healers. So with child, you don't really need both. Because he's not that squishy. So Chinkyu probably better, but Chinkyu without C2 is not great either for child. So I mean, Bennett might be better, but the buff, the ult that he gives. Yeah, I mean that's a good strategy, Tyversol. That's a good strategy. I mean that's kind of what I'm doing at this point. Now look at this floor. Look at this Diana just not giving a crap. Hello. Nope. I don't care. Nope. I don't care. Oop, the shield expired. Let me put back shield. Hello. 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 I don't care. I don't care about your icicles. Fall on me. I don't care. This is what I like about Diana. On these kind of, like, on Abyss 12, you just don't care. You just, hello. How you doing, guys? Hey, nice icicle. Hey, nice icicle. Hey, nice one. Nice one. And look at that. The shield, still alive. Like, it's so good, you know? Hey, thanks for the hype, Cyberpunk hype spells and the 1,500 mana. Yeah, we are very hyped about Cyberpunk. We are very hyped. Did you guys see the new trailer that dropped today too? That's gonna be great. Look at that. She's just like, hello. Yeah, yeah. Ooh. Look at her. Yeah, nope. My shield expired. Rip, rip, rip. The problem is that right now in this domain, because they have a shield, they don't take damage, so my sacrificial bow doesn't work here. But let me see. Let me break their. Actually, no, they're immune to cryo, so it won't work. But that's okay. Her heal is fine. And she's not fully geared yet, but it just shows you in the Abyss 12, like this, it makes life a lot easier. I watched it like 5 times, so I wanted to ask. Okay, I'm glad then, Peter. Thank you. I need another healer than Barbara. Yeah, I mean, Barbara is great, but she just... The wet thing is just too annoying. I already thought Diana was good, but I'm thinking about Zippy should gear her mind. I mean, it's really because of the... Like, it's really because of this level. Like, the last level of the Abyss is just too useful not to use in there. Like, she's just super good for that. It's really good for 412. And then Dragon Spine, everything is cryo, so that's even going to be better there, right? But yeah, what? Oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys something. Where is there Fetchui, guys? Where is there a Fetchui? I guess I can use my map. The other thing that's really good about Diana with Sacrificial Bow is killing the Fetchui Electro Shields. Right, they're elites. Are they elites? Where the hell are they? There they are. Would it be better to proc cryo element, Diana or Kaya? Well, Kaya procs it probably more consistently, but I mean, actually, Diana's shield has low cooldown, and her ult procs it consistently when the ult is on. I think Diana is actually one of the I think is one of the one who procs cryo the most in the game. Kaya does it really well as well, though. Kaya's ult is low cooldown, and his E is low cooldown, so it's also good, but he doesn't heal. Dragonspine Archon, there's no Dragonspine Archon, actually. Like, Dragonspine is just an extension of, like, Moonstat. It's not a new zone, per se. If I got Caesar, can I still put her solo healer? Yes. If she's built with good items, she will solo heal Abyss, no matter what. Her ult heals a lot. You know, if she has no Constellation, and she's, you know, you're a bit weaker in terms of, like, your lower level than me and stuff, you will build her with energy recharge here, and HP here, and healing bonus here. And she will heal very well with her ult. Obviously, Sacrificial Bow is the best weapon for her, but if you have, I mean, if you don't have it, this one is also perfectly fine. But, you know, energy recharge is going to be more valuable if you don't have Sacrificial Bow and no Constellation. And it will just make it so your ult is up more often, so... this is not the guys that I want. Where? I need an electric guy. I need like a guy with an electric shield, like a Fetchui. But I don't know where they are. I killed them already, the ones that I knew. I will wait for guide. Yeah, the guide is coming out very shortly. I mean, actually, I'm going to end the stream pretty soon here. And I'm going to go finish my guide. Hey, Dave, have a good day. Oh, wait, no. Are you saying bye to someone else? Oh, yeah, you're saying bye to me, right? So, yeah, have a nice day. And thank you for being around. I need to find a Fetchui guy. Who's trying to join my game? And I'm in the Abyss, it won't work. I mean, obviously there's a fetch. Like, this is the one I'm talking about, right? She is very good to break their shields. But I wanted to find another one. Just to show it to you guys. I mean, it is in my video. So, actually, I'm stupid. I should just show you guys a clip from my video. Where is it? There it is. So I need to go a little bit further. So look at these annoying. Like, he's level 89 and she's level 70, right? And in the Abyss, everybody who's been to a floor 12 knows how annoying this stupid shield is, right? Look at her. Boom, 1 shot, and boom, 2 shot. And the shield is down. You could even do aim shot to kill the shield faster, right? But like that's what is strong about her, right? Like it's a sacrificial bow. When she casts her first E, you hold it, right, to do more damage, and then the sacrificial bow resets it. So like, see, I hold it, and boom, it's off cooldown again, instantly off cooldown, because of sacrificial bow and the fact that she hit 5 times, and then boom, a second time, 5 times, and then her ult fully charge the ult. Like it's so freaking strong. I mean, her ult was already pretty close to charge, but it will fully charge your ult. So, yeah. Also, here is another clip that's fun. Here's another clip that's fun. I mean, it's pretty deep into the clip. There we go. So, this is the boss that everybody knows. Child, of course. Now, he's going to cast his whale. This is the whale animation, right? Now, you can see I just casted my shield. It's going to hit him 5 times, and I get a shield on me. I have like 6,000 HP, right? And boom. The whale hit me and did 1,400 damage to me. It consumed the entire shield, but it kept me alive. Like, the entire whale was absorbed by the shield. And she doesn't... Like, you guys saw my... Look at her HP. 17,000 HP maximum. A fully built Diona will have 33,000 HP. Almost double. The shield will be twice as strong. And this is not cryo damage. This is hydro damage. She deals even better against cryo damage. So, yeah, she's a busted character. She's a busted character. Yeah, well, Chongyun ult is, like, obviously, Chongyun is the cryo god, like, but as a support healer, the fact that she can break shields is, like, amazing. Can I send you screenshots of my official... I mean, you can, but what do you want me to do with your screenshot? Cheat is using Diona with XU and melting everything with... Yeah, I know, right? It's pretty good. It's definitely pretty good. It's very good. She's very powerful. I mean, I haven't killed... Wait, what are you saying? I haven't killed Infatuated Mondstadt today. You can kill my... No, it's fine. It's fine. I don't need to kill it. I just showed this clip. But thank you for offering. Can't wait to see a Gnosis getting taken. My only problem with Diona is her ult has a long cooldown. It is true that it has a long cooldown. That is the one downfall about Diona, is that you can heal for 12 seconds, but then there's 8 seconds between the cooldown and the duration. So those 8 seconds, if you have no healing, you don't... Like, that's why you basically try and, like, use the shield wisely when the ult is not up. Now, if you use the shield well, and then you have a sacrificial sword, and you have energy recharge, you're going to recharge your ult every 20 seconds at least. But, you know, you have to use these 8 seconds in between. You have to use the Icy Pause to make value out of that, basically. Why would you send me a screenshot as soon? I don't understand. I mean, you can, but I don't know, like, why, like, what is it you need? Another thing you should do is secure your account, is take pictures of everything you got. Yeah, I mean, you know, what I'm doing right now, I'm live streaming with my face, my account, and I'm playing. It's pretty obvious that this is my account with this number, right? Like, this is obviously my account. So if you have the capability of recording yourself playing your own account and put your face in there, or your name, I don't know, put something in there, keep that video, like, for yourself secured somewhere. In case you ever get hacked, you can prove to MiHoYo, well, this was my account. Look, like, I was streaming it, or I was, like, I made a video of it, you know? That's definitely a good thing. Do I level up her artifacts on a bare minimal? Alright. Wait, are we talking about Diona? Like, your healers should have their artifacts leveled up a little bit. Like, you know, with this... So, like, level 16, level 6, level 18, level 16, level 16. Like, with this kind of gear, like, level 12, 14, 16, whatever. I mean, you try to be 12, 16, or 20. But, like, I would say around everything level 12 will be the bare minimum for a healer to, like, perform well enough. It doesn't need to be perfect gear. It just needs to be leveled up a little bit. Like, when you level up a party, you're going to focus on your DPS dealers, like your 2 big level 90 or your 2 high level. And then your 2 support healers are, like, the other important one that you need really good gear on. Once you have 2 DPS and 2 healers that are all well geared, you can add and pick and choose anything and it will work. You know, as long as your big beefy damage and your big healers are, like, geared, everything else is going to be easy. Yeah, you can send it to me if you're doing it. I mean, I can definitely tell you, like, I don't know, like, I can tell you how to do it, but my sucrose and my official guide is how you should be building it, in my opinion. So if they're different than my guides, I will tell you to build them like my guides. And if they're like my guides, then I will say they're built right. I got to go. It's getting late. Greetings from the Dominican Republic. Hey, thank you, Miguel. I'll see you next time. Buenas noches. Your Tartaglia is a mental mastery. 21. All not casual stream from the same Trovo account. Yes, we stream from this account. Hey, Shadio. There's only 2 of us, and we both like stream from the same account, but we don't both have like we stream on Trovo, both of us on the same account, but we both have our own Genshin Impact accounts. Came to catch a bit of Xoraz stream. I'm about to end the stream though. I mean, I wanted to end a little earlier because I wanted to push my guide out, but I'm about to end the stream. Next Archon quest, when? Probably on 1.2 there'll be some new stuff. Otherwise 1.3. How do you build Shenyan? I don't build Shenyan sadly because she's not built. My guess would be that you will go for as a support, like I don't even know, I think you'd go Noblesse Oblige. And then it seems like as a support, her stuff seems to scale off defense, right? The shield is based on her defense. So I guess defense is how you'd build her. If she's a support, you'd go like defense and maybe like energy recharge. I don't really know, to be honest. I don't really know. Will your guide be releasing today? Yeah, it should be releasing about an hour after the stream ends. I just need to edit a few last piece of clip, add music, make the thumbnail, and put it on YouTube. The new area is on the 23rd of December. Well, the next area, I mean, so Dragon Spine is a new, like, small area, but a new region that has, like, an entire element and a whole story will be in Azuma. That's probably going to be next month or next two months from now. My birthday was yesterday and you didn't say happy birthday to me. Well, I was not streaming, I guess. So happy birthday, Shadiel. Everybody say some happy birthday to Shadiel. Yeah, I do want this taste of cake. That's what I need. Send me some cake. Shinyan's shield will probably be big in the Dragon Spine. I mean, probably be pretty good. But it'll probably die pretty quickly because of fire and cryo. Like, mobs will melt you when they attack you too, right? So, it will probably be okay, but I think Daron is going to be better. Yeah, happy belated birthday, Shadiel. Paimon must die. I know, right? That would be great. Any suggestions, Xoraz? Sure, ask away before I end the stream. I'm talking about cryo environmental effect. I actually, from what I have read, the cryo environmental effect, like the warm system, you will not be able to cleanse with characters. You will have to go to campfires and stuff. I don't think it will matter if you have a shield or not. But I mean, it's not confirmed, so I'm just guessing here. Will Scaramouche do the fan black? I know, right? That is a real question. Everybody gets ready to die from falling. I know. Child, would Klee better or Beidou as sub DPS? I mean, as a sub DPS, Klee is better than Beidou. I hate the idea of needing warmth in Dragonspine. Yeah, there's gonna be items for it and all that shit, but it's gonna be weird. What if Dragonspine has a major boss fight? I mean, that would be great. Any content would be great. Hey, Pineapple Sushi. It was good but pretty late. Good night, everyone. Hey, good night. Thanks for coming around. Make sure to stay tuned tomorrow for more fun stream. Do you have a video guide about Mo Diana? I am going to upload one within the next hour after this video or after this stream ends. So yes, there will be one very soon. Very soon. Hello. My dog and my girlfriends are back. Girlfriend. What? Oh, I guess, yeah. I put an S there. My girlfriends are back. Nice stream, got to go. Hey, see you, Rush. Thank you for coming around. Yeah, I think I'm also probably gonna end this stream now because I really want to go and get that that Diana guide out. So I need to go edit it, finish editing it, and then publish it on YouTube. So yeah, stay tuned for that, coming out shortly. Stay tuned for that. That will be great, of course. And yeah, I think that's all. I would say also tomorrow I probably won't be streaming because Alex will be streaming Cyberpunk and I will be on Discord with him. So you won't see my face, but you will hear my voice. And yeah, that's about it. Diona Guide coming out in the next hour or so, I would say. And yeah, make sure to stay tuned tomorrow for our nice content, our nice Cyberpunk content. We hope to see a lot of people and we hope to see new faces as well. We will really be excited to share that with you guys. Before I end, I want to show you guys one thing about my Diona Guide. This is what it looks like when I edit it. But it's lagging right now. It's always lagging. End the music. There's my Diona Guide coming up. If it ever stopped lagging, I could show you guys for real. But yeah, I hope to see you guys all tomorrow as well. And I hope to see you guys go on the video and enjoy it and put a like and comment and all that stuff so that it blows up and everybody can see it. But this is what my video looks like, but then my game is obviously still open, so it's lagging. Let me close the game. Maybe that'll help it. I mean, I'm also streaming, right? So that doesn't help. But look at all. This is what a guide looks like. These are all video clips. And then these are all video clips. And then these are all video clips. And these are all like title frames. And then these are all images. So this is pretty much what it is. There you go. So I'm gonna finish with these clips have to go down here, and these clips have to go down here, and like, you know, all this fun stuff. And then once all of that fun stuff is done, you see, please like and subscribe. That's yeah, it's all this stuff. I mean, it's so laggy because I'm streaming at the same time, but you can see all this, like, these are all the title stuff, and this is all some clips of me doing stuff with Diona, the Oceanid. Look at the first few clips at the beginning. They're always the best clip where I survived the whale. There's a lot of those, and then there's all the items here. So I'm almost finished. I just need, like, this part doesn't have clips usually, but this part all has to have clips. So I'm just finishing up patching the holes with new clips. So you stop your PC can handle. Yeah, it can't. So I'm gonna go on to doing this right now. And hey, my face is cut off. There you go. I'm gonna go on, finish this, and then once I'm done, I'm gonna upload it. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow. So thank you for coming as always. And yeah,